What is up, guys? Sorry for that. How are y'all doing today? I had it on loop, so it did the intro twice. So, how are y'all doing? I hope you guys are having an amazing day today, and hope you guys have an amazing rest of the week. We have another episode of Copper Drop. What an interesting week to have this one. This was a really fun week so far for Hot Toys. Well, I guess just one day, which was today, was actually got the blood flowing today with some of these pre-orders. So tomorrow should be a little bit more hectic, but we're going to talk about that later into the show. Hopefully you guys stick around, and while you're coming in, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to everybody. Everybody's stuff is going to be in the description. Whatever, we're going to get them in here. So first off, I want to have someone that hasn't been here in a while, and I'm glad that he's here. He actually came in. Game time decision. So here we go. We do have Evil Sneaker right here. What is
Joey?
up?
What is up, bro? Yeah, man. Game time decision, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, it's the best time decisions, man.
Yeah, I figured, I've been building these cases. So, I want to talk about some figures. It's been a while. So, yeah, sorry I missed out last time. But, I'm back tonight. Got my second win, so I'm ready to go.
And I bet making those cases, I mean, you have a whole different background now. It looks completely different.
Yeah, man. I'm really excited about it for sure.
And I bet doing that kind of got you pumped for talking about some figures as well. So
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's really good. So we're gonna get the next person in, and this is the good old Spotchgut himself right here. Boom. Hello, with the glasses on today. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, good evening, gentlemen. Welcome back, Steve. I love those cases, brother. Look like you've been busy, man.
Bro. I've been busy, man.
It looks super bright in there now, too.
Yeah.
Like beforehand, it was like kind of like dimmer. Now it's like, oh no, that's
It lights it up more than I expected. Like the DTOFs were a little, the DTOFs were like pretty lit, but like these being so big, like so much bigger, and then it lights up the area pretty good. So yeah, for sure.
Dude, it's looking clean, man.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me on, Joey, again. By the way,
Of course.
Me too.
Copper Drop, everybody.
Appreciate it, dude.
Yeah, we love doing this. This is so fun for everybody here. So I do see some different lighting, like you said, Daniel, on your. You said you got different lighting on there, right?
Oh, for me?
Yeah, I can notice it actually now. I know you got it a while ago, but I notice it.
Yeah.
The lighting's different. Yeah.
I swapped mine over from the original ones that were in the posing for Peter, and also the cost-based ones that a lot of people bought. I had an issue of saying, okay, this is way too bright for the room that I'm in. Maybe if it was a bigger room, perfect lighting. For this one, we ended up going for the CE Frank lights, which I've used before for DTOFs, and I really liked how they came out and how they lit up the room. And for this massive kind of display, it doesn't really show on camera on stream, but in person, it's kind of dim and gives it that almost like
I've noticed it,
almost kind of noir kind of look to it. So
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, guys, and then the next person we have on here, the most famous out of all of us. Of course, I say that every freaking time he's on here. We got Austin. What is up?
Shaking his
Look
head.
at him. He's already mad.
First off, absolutely not true. But I'm very grateful to be here with all of you.
Thank you.
And
for
of course,
being here.
the very special guest.
Yes, we do have a special guest. But I'm really glad to see us four. This is the OGs right here, man. We haven't seen this recently. I'm so happy that you guys actually were able to make it. And you guys know if the show does run on a little bit later, you guys can leave if you need to.
Fueled, baby.
Got Monster.
Man.
But
in it till the end, man. Let's go.
Yeah. So today's special guest is going to be someone that I recently started talking to because of Austin. Kind of saw his stuff and I clicked on it and I liked it. Followed him on Instagram. It's not his first live, but he hasn't been live in a while, I believe. So let's give a warm welcome to Reverse Zio. What is up?
What's going on, everybody? How we doing this evening?
Doing good.
Pretty good, bro.
Oh man, I'm excited. I'm honored to be here with one of the greatest panels on YouTube.
Yes,
You heard it here first, but definitely, I'm super excited to be here.
This is great for me because Reverse, man, like we've talked for quite a while online, so it'll be fun to actually be able to have some conversations with you.
I know it's good to like finally have that direct conversation with everybody, and not being just words, right? Like I associate everybody and I'm like, oh, like I message everybody and I'm like, man, awesome content, all that stuff. But seeing everybody directly is it's gonna be awesome, man. It's gonna be
Yeah,
awesome.
it's more personal.
Tonight.
Mhm.
No,
I just want to say too, I like your content, man. I like the stuff you're doing on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't like seen your stuff for too long, but I really like the stuff you're putting out. I can tell you're putting in the work for, really working hard at it, and it looks really good. So
thank you, man. Thank you. That's
yeah.
a huge compliment coming from you, man. Thank you so
looks
much.
really good, dude.
Yeah, he actually recommended me a light, and I bought the light too, so I'm excited to use it. I haven't used it yet.
I love your lighting that you do, man.
Yeah,
Especially his reels, how he incorporates the
Yeah.
lighting in the back.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I
it
mean,
catches your eye.
Yeah.
I've just been taking things. I'm taking things from y'all, man. Like I don't know, but I've been taking things from y'all, man. Y'all do incredible. I mean, y'all really have been incredible with your content as well. I think everybody kind of like takes. I mean, I speak for myself. Like I take a little bit from everybody because you see some things and you're like, man, that's kind of nice. Like I want to try that, and sometimes you don't replicate it, but you do it your own way, and it's phenomenal, right? It's all about having fun, right? And I always look for like the funnest thing to do. And for me, and then also what I think like the viewer will enjoy. So, and with reels coming up on Instagram a lot more recently, it's changed because I was more of a photographer back then, and now I'm doing a lot more video work, which is more challenging because obviously there's more time being put into everything, including like the post editing and stuff. So it's been a challenge, but it's been a fun challenge. It's one that I'm looking forward to just grow. I still consider myself such a novice when it comes to like recording and editing and all that stuff, because it really is like it's a beast of its own, so I applaud y'all have been doing it for quite a while with great success. So that's all.
No, we're excited to see more stuff. I promise you, man. Everybody is. But let's get to the comments now. We do have Miami Nemesis in here. What's up, Chris? How are you? How are you doing? We have Austin out there. He was out there saying hello to Chris. We have Daniel in here. What's up, Daniel? We have so many Daniels. We got two, the pointing memes. Yomo is in here. Yomo, bro, like I started a freaking gaming live at like 1 a.m. and Yomo was there. I was like, bro, he was the only one.
That's a trooper right there.
That is. So
my ass was snoozing.
I was asleep too.
I know. I'm knocked out early.
He was the only one there. Literally, the numbers I feel like didn't even go up. So it's so fun.
You're more a real one.
Yeah, he is, man. We got Omar in here. What is up, Omar? How are you doing today? He said, "Sup, y'all beautiful people." Hello. Boba's in here. What's up? He was on the channel a few weeks ago. I am so glad to see him in here. He's saying, hey, it's time for CJ. Yes. Let's see. Omar saying hello to Evil Sneaka. We do have Late Bloomers in here. We had him on last week. That was a good one, man. He is such a good guy. If you guys saw that, he is awesome.
I want it for the record again. I really am bummed that I actually missed last week.
Oh, man.
How dare you, Austin?
I caught as much of it as I could.
Yeah, no,
and I
good,
love
bro.
Because he's another guy that I've been following. I've been talking to online for quite a while too.
Yeah,
so.
He did phenomenal. I was watching that stream, and he was. I think Austin commented, he's a natural. He natural at it. He killed it.
Yeah. Let's see. Who else we got? We got Evil Sneaker in there as well. Let's see who else. Mad Planet is in here. Hello. Let's see. Oh, Nick's in here. What's up, Nick? Nick's Collectibles. Go check him out on Instagram. Awesome. Love his content, man. Really do love it.
So you busted up that Spidey suit for New York Comic Con, bro. It's returning. All right.
You guys, yeah, I know. I love his suits. I need to put on some music, guys. No wonder it sounded like so.
Wait, also Joey, while you're doing that, we talked about possibly going to New York Comic Con next year, right?
Yeah. I was telling my girlfriend too that would be a really good time to go because it's not freezing in October, I don't think yet. But
Steve laughed like we're wrong about that one.
October ain't cold, bro.
Oh, okay.
Is it not cold in there?
Steve,
right?
like
October's the fall, dude.
Come here.
Yeah,
October is amazing.
Yeah, it feels
no, the fall
good.
is really nice in the Midwest. The fall is like October, Halloween time is like, sweatpants and hoodie weather. Like, yeah, it's nice, man. It's one of my favorite times of the year for sure.
I'm just like, I'm like traumatized from being in New York during Christmas because it was freaking freezing there, and I caught a cold because of how freezing it was. So in October, I don't think it's too bad. But yeah, Nick said, yo, we got Reverse Dio on the chat saying hello. My beautiful girlfriend Myra is in there saying late to the live, but hope everyone is doing good. I hope you are too. She had like a 12-hour shift, so she is tired.
And still in the chat.
Bro. I think she was probably driving. She's on her way home. She was probably driving and texting, which she shouldn't do. But it seems like we are all caught up. Oh, wait, Nick is saying, I got to go to NYCC every year. I got to give you guys a New York experience. Bro, that would be awesome. We also get to meet Nick and other guys like Lyle, I think, is over there as well.
Yeah, Lyle's out in New Jersey, so it's not terribly far. Yeah.
Just a lot of people over there, and that's really cool. I would love to do that next year. That would be so fun.
Oh, yeah. Dude, if we do meet you, you got to approach us in your Spider-Man outfit and not.
Bro, that would be crazy. Like he messing with us, like hitting us.
Right.
Jamie Tan is congrats to all those who got their Joker and all the best for the anticipating Anakin. Blessings to the brothers. Yes, man. We're gonna talk about that a little more. You exposing me, Myra. Wait, Lyell's in Philly, not New Jersey.
It's Philly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Electric Collector, what is up? What is up? Glad to see you here. Glad to see some new names in here too as well. Let's see. All right, so that's it. We're caught up in everything, I believe. Lyell met me in the Spidey suit. He never saw me without the suit on. All right.
Look, man, staying true to the character. I see.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know Zia, you're having some trouble with your camera, so that's cool. You can still talk to us and stuff. That's totally cool. Just while you're trying to fix that.
It was being a little weird, so I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this.
You're
camera here.
That's the fun thing about going live, man. You got to work through technical.
No, but I got this. I got the backup camera on the actual computer, so we can go from here.
You're good. So let's get into the first thing, guys. This is what we kind of saw today from Hot Toys, man. I know some of y'all didn't go for this, but I did, and I am very surprised with how it went. So let me share the screen real quick. Actually, I'm gonna do entire screen share. There we go, guys. So this is the first question I have for you guys. Which one of you got this thing? I don't know if I don't know, Steve. Did you get this?
I did.
You did. You got it. Okay.
Yep.
I don't think I asked
pick
you.
it up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So how do you feel about it? You don't have to. The next question is going to be about the price, so you don't have to say anything about the price.
Yeah. How do I feel about it?
Yeah. How do you think the experience went? Let me see.
I thought the experience was totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, and it seems like, from what I've seen online, the majority of people didn't really have a problem.
Yeah. No.
I had no issue. I had no hiccup. I was in the queue right when I got in. I didn't have any crashes. Mm-hmm. It was kind of slower to load. Like you click on the item, you click on the Joker and then you click whatever edition. But yeah, then I hit, add to cart, took me to my cart. It was a little bit slower, but it wasn't crashing. It wasn't freezing. Went right into checkout. No problem. I literally didn't have an issue.
I didn't either, bro.
Yeah, it was very simple. I was also like, when I queued in, I forget what I told you guys. I queued in at like 1200 something, like 1204 or something like that.
When did you actually start? So
I had the web page up like basically just throughout the morning. I had it up on the computer.
Oh, okay. So
I just had it up. I don't know if I don't think it necessarily matters because I'm pretty sure the queue is random.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Because I had been on there since I got to work, and that was like 3-4 hours. And
so it doesn't matter however long you have it up, as long as you're in there at the time, and then I think it randomly queues you in.
And I think I was like at 2,500 around there, maybe even more. And I was there, but then I went on my phone, like maybe 2 minutes after that, and I actually got in like at 1,700, which was really weird. But
yeah, I got on a couple minutes late, and I was like 2,800, and it maybe took 60 seconds for me to get through.
Really? That's weird.
Yeah, no issues, no crashes.
Yeah, it was smooth.
But even though I did get through,
you didn't get it.
I chose not to get them.
Okay.
I like that.
I see a lot of people doing that though.
So I had that moment of hesitation where, I was like, you know what? I'm finally going to get a rooted figure, see what the hype's all about.
Yeah.
Even though I said, I wasn't going to go rooted, I was like, you know what? Let's see. And then when it went through, kind of had a moment's hesitation of like, I I don't know if I want this.
Mm.
Then I was like, you know what? If I'm having doubts right now, let's just skip it. I'm not the type of person to regret or be upset by anything.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be very unbothered. And I hope it turns out absolutely amazing, perfect, and hits all the expectation everybody wants, and I'll still be very happy with my decision.
Yeah, I saw now what kind of made me like worried is that I saw MRC, y'all know MRC, he always comes out with stuff early and stuff. I saw some of his sorry, I spit a little bit. I saw some of his pictures.
I felt
yeah, you did. I saw some of his pictures, and the rooted on that Wonder Woman just looked god awful. I did not like it one bit. The
hairline.
The hairline was disgusting. Like I was like, bro, I would be so
disgusting.
I would be so freaking. If y'all zoom into it on his picture, you could see like the actual glue that they put on there, and then you could see that the sculpt.
Interesting.
You could see that the sculpt has like has some brown in it, so it doesn't look so abrupt where the hairline starts, and you can
kind of
notice
blend it in. Yeah,
and it's not blended in.
I thought it was like a hard hairline. Like the pictures looked. Some of the pictures that like even in I wonder if there's going to be some. It'll be interesting to see if there's some variation between figures when it comes to the rooting process because it's relatively new. It's relatively new to them. You know, there's a behind the scenes like making of this figure, the new Joker figure. I don't know if you guys checked that out. It's on YouTube. It's like a 10-minute video of like behind the scenes. They're talking about the process of making this figure, and this is like this rooted technique for them with like the wool implanting, like the way they were talking about it seemed like this is a relatively new way that they're doing versus what they've done in the past. So I wonder if that's going to be like something where there's some variation between figures. Hopefully not, because like some of the other in-hand Wonder Woman looked pretty, like I thought it looked really good. I thought the hairline did look kind of hard, but overall, like I thought it actually like looked pretty good.
Trust me, go to those pictures and
I need to look at that.
Yeah, I'll probably send it to you.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I'll send you it in the chat. But this one though, I feel like they'll be able to like hide that with the paint going into the hair. That would look a lot better. Like from the head sculpt to the hair, you could put that paint there. It'll just look like it was smeared. So this one I feel like is safe.
Yeah, without it having skin tone, like you can mess with this one and make it a little bit. Yeah, so it's not as noticeable for sure. That's a really good point.
You could even leave the glue on there and it'll look like makeup.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point. You just blend it all right in, right?
Just blend it in, yeah.
Daniel, did you at least try, or were you working, or I think you were off, right?
Yeah, I was off today. I was on the site checking it out. I think I was like 1,600, somewhere in that ball range number.
Oh, wow.
We do have this trip in September coming up. So
yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember you telling me this. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Now you could had that not been happening.
Yeah.
Maybe, but also you've been talking up the Batman dropping soon, so I've been.
Yeah.
But also, like, yes, this being a limited release, I have no doubt. Like I was saying behind the scenes earlier today, I have no doubt that we're still gonna. Some people, at least, are gonna resell this on the after price when it actually comes out.
Oh, it's already on eBay for $1,000.
Yeah. I already know people who cop these just to sell them.
So yeah,
$1,000 posting on eBay right now already for confirmed pre-orders.
And I guess that kind of segues right us into that. Zio, did you pick this up, brother?
Yeah, I was about to ask him.
I did not get it, but my brother got it for me. I was too busy at work. That's
a good brother right there.
In clutch. He was like, bro, send me your password, send me this. He was like, which box do I hit? And I was like, the protect my order box.
Protect my order from cancellation, please.
Yeah, protect my order from cancellation. And like I told it was I was on there, but we are getting back to work, so we were doing a bunch of trainings, and there's just a lot of like people walking around, and I couldn't really be on my phone or even on the iPad, but I did have the group chat going. It was me and my brother and my fiance, and he was like, all right, I'm in, bro. I got it. And then I was like, dude, fucking champion. You know what I mean? I was like that.
Awesome,
and so this is my entry into the Dark Knight series now. Because I was not, I love the series, but I avoided it so much. Even with In Our Joker, I didn't want to do it. But I think I was like, you know what? I think it's time for me to dwell into the Dark Knight. So now,
on that note, Zio, I think that's a good idea that Austin waited, because me and him are going to see Joey's In-Art Joker in person.
Yeah.
And what if like Austin bought that, or what if we both bought it today and we like that one more?
True.
Yeah.
And with this one coming out, the NR might go down, or it probably already is. I don't know. I haven't been looking.
Yeah.
But
It's kind of holding value, I feel like, basically.
Yeah.
Just holding where it's at.
So the in-art one, this is going to be neat, right? Just to see how it all plays out. But I think what's going to be backing that secondary market value for that in-art Joker is the fact this was their first release. So there's going to be quite a bit of, like, I believe, like, sentiment towards that. But yeah, it's going to be really curious to see, though, how it all turns out.
it is.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah, that's what another reason why I got this too is, like, I think I talked to you guys in the past about how, like, this is a figure that would push me to, like, collect outside of Star Wars, right? Like, this is the type of figure that I need to get. And, like, I have the rooted in our Joker too, so what I'll probably do is get this in hand and take a look at them, and then I'll probably end up getting rid of one of them. I don't know if I necessarily need to
Okay,
keep,
can I
keep
pitch
them
an
all.
idea to you?
That's a good idea, though.
Steve, can I pitch an idea to you?
Yeah.
Okay. You can make a couple videos out of that. One,
Oh yeah.
thoughts of explaining, hey, look, I got these both in hand. I'm going to be picking one. And then make another video. These are the reasons why I chose this one over this one.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
And then sell the one you don't want to me.
Exactly.
It's gonna be hard for me to get it's hard for me to get rid of figures. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I actually really like the Joker. Like, this is gonna push me to start a Batman shelf. Like what Zio said. Like getting into, even though I already, like I said, I already have an art Joker, but yeah, this is like, I'm gonna end up getting a Batman, and like Batman's one of those IPs I definitely want to get into. And there aren't a ton of figures. You know what I mean? So that's a bonus of getting this as well.
Yeah, it's a relatively shallow rabbit hole to jump into. Steve, I kind of understand that, though, about, you know, the getting rid of figures. My reasons may be a little bit different. I've said for the past couple months I want to get rid of like 20 or 30 figures, just like clean up some space. But it's not due to like the attachment of the figures. Mainly, I think I'm lazy, but I just don't want to deal with like the selling of these.
Yeah,
which is it can be a lot.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep. And you know what? I just forgot that. Well, I guess he was dealing with some camera issues, Mr. Zio. I was going to ask you a couple questions so we can get a little background of you. You good to answer? You can answer it real quick if you need to.
Go ahead. No, I'm good.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you, like, when did you start collecting?
So
like Hot Toys, basically. But you can also say like what started it as well, I guess.
Well, I started about 2016. I started collecting like the 12-inch line. I'm sorry, yeah, like the 6-inch scale, 6-inch
like
figures.
the 1/12 scale, yeah.
Yeah, 1/12 scale. And so I started with, actually my first set of figures were the DC TV show, like the Arrow and Flash figures. One of my buddies, actually, we used to be really into the first couple seasons, and he had a huge collection. He had a massive Power Rangers collection, and he still has a pretty good selection left of that. But my fiance got me for Christmas the figures, and so it was actually her. And I told her that, hey, you know, there you go, man. There you go. You know, back in 2016, we didn't have those yet. But he actually had a bunch of the Ranger keys and stuff. But so he got me into kind of like the world of like knowing where to go buy these things. I didn't even know comic book stores existed in terms of like, you know, in the area and stuff where they were. And so he got me into just kind of being aware. I went to a comic book store that was actually closing, and I remember picking up a RoboCop. That was like my first figure. Soon after all that stuff that I actually picked up for myself. And then a couple of years later, fast forward, pandemic happened, and I guess I was bored, and I had been thinking about Hot Toys, right? Because he had been collecting them for a while already, and I personally never. My fiance still tells me to today, like, you always used to say you wouldn't pick them up, and it was mainly because of the photography aspect. I know that they are detailed beautifully, but to get them in a diorama shot, to create a diorama for that scale was a lot more difficult. So I started looking at it, and I was looking at around that time, 2016, BBS was coming out, right? So that's kind of whenever he started collecting. So, you know, fast forward to COVID, the first figure that I was looking to get was a BBS figure, and I I walked into the comic book store one day. There's a BBS Batman right there. They're selling it used, $150. I couldn't pass that up, and that was the end of that. After that, I just fell into a rabbit hole, man. Like I went crazy. Like I think a lot of people, talk about going crazy there after buying their first hot toy and stuff. And so it was, I didn't go too crazy, but yeah, I picked up a couple figures, right off the bat, and it was like my OCD. I think I was talking to Austin about this the other day. I was like, I can't just buy like one figure. I always feel like I need to have the lineup for it. Mm-hmm. That's my kind of my collection, and that's why I'm very
dangerous.
It is. Now I was always like good at up until the point where I was like, you know what, like I get bored, right? Like nothing's dropping. Oh, you know what? Let me go ahead and start. So I was like, I started with the BBS stuff. Then I moved to Justice League, and then I was like, well, then there's Justice League is kind of not going anywhere. I jumped into Infinity War, and that's kind of how it kept going.
Yeah, I see. Infinity War got me too.
What's that?
What bat signal is that? Is that a Jazz Inc. or is that a?
That is the Jazz Inc. Yeah,
wow.
Jazz Inc.
Let's see if I can make it bigger. Let me take this Joker real quick off. Let's see.
The BBS bat signal. It's massive, bro.
It is. Like, it's huge.
Huge.
I genuinely would. My friend was here, and he actually he unboxed it with me.
Jeez.
And so let's see. Hold on, let me put this.
That's the first thing I saw when you came on.
So like this is the White Ranger next to him.
Damn.
So you can kind of see the size of it. I mean, you could probably put 3 figures in that, and it's awesome. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The only thing that it's awesome. But the only thing that I wish, because he had talked about it in the group, was he was gonna. It's an LED light. Mm-hmm. He was gonna originally put in one of those like bulb housings.
Oh yeah.
You could actually put a bulb in there, and I really wanted to put a smart bulb if it was possible, because then you could change the brightness or even the color temperature or even the hue, right? So that that would have been dope, right? But because this thing is bright, and I'm glad that it works out on camera, because if it would have been too much, it would have just been tough. But it's awesome.
Does it show the bat signal like on the ceiling or something, or not that bright?
It does.
Oh, it does. Oh, okay.
You just have to have I have to have space and stuff.
Yeah.
But what's really cool is that it comes with all the emblems. Like it comes with Adam West's emblem. It comes with Batman the Animated Series emblem, Michael Keaton's emblem.
Oh wow.
Christian Bale's emblem.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So it comes with all those emblems. I actually have his Batmobile. That was the first thing that I got from him, the BBS Batmobile, and that's where I was like, dude. And the one thing that I was so like, guy, like I really wanted that 1/6 Batwing from him, BBS. It was almost 6 feet by 6 feet.
Yeah. I think I've seen people put it on their wall.
No. So the one that he made, that was the 1989 one. That one wasn't as big. That one wasn't even as big as the BBS would have been. But not enough people pulled through, including myself. I was actually kind of waiting, and he canceled it. I was like, all right, thank God, because I don't think I would have been able to fit that here. It's tremendous, man.
The next question I kind of wanted to ask you is, how did you come up with your name? Because I know you said your actual name's Carlos, and your profile picture as well. Well, I guess we kind of know because that's your name. But your name,
So my middle name is Reverse, and my last name is Zio. So that's how that happened. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was about to say what?
No. So again, like going back to the start of it, I was into the DC TV shows. The Reverse Flash I'm always into the villain. Like the villain, like for me, it's always the cool guy, right? Like it's never the main guy. Like whether it was like Yu-Gi-Oh, whether it was Power Rangers, like Yu-Gi-Oh. It was always. I'm talking about right. Like Merrick was badass, Kaiba was badass. A bunch of
even Pegasus from season 1. Awesome.
Dude. Yeah. I go around the school and I call everybody Yugi Boy after, how Pegasus would be like Yugi Boy, I do that to everybody. But
wait, I don't want to with this too hard, but man, Carlos, when's the last time you watched season 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh?
maybe like 2 years ago when it was still on Netflix, I would like click on like a few episodes.
Man, watching the gameplay from season 1 to like season 2 when they actually had some established rules, I'm like, they just made that shit up.
It is. It was kind of like when I was a kid and I had cards and I would play with somebody, I would just make up rules. I'd be like,
yeah.
That's how it was. So yeah, man. So going back to my name, Reverse, Reverse Flash was like, I was a big fan of him. I still am. Like season 1, Dr. Wells was pretty cool to me, and so I wanted to be like the reverse of something, right? That was kind of like the beginning of that. And Power Ranger Zeo is my favorite design of costumes. So like the gold Zeo Ranger to me is like my all-time favorite design, and so I thought about like being the reverse like Zeo Rangers and kind of like the Psycho Rangers. I don't know if y'all know who the Psycho Rangers was. So I thought like Reverse Zeo would be like the reverse.
That's pretty cool
of those Zeo Rangers, and so also it sounded kind of cool and unique, so I went with that too. But
Carlos,
yeah, that's kind of.
Do you still collect 6-inch figures?
Dude, right now, I think the only figure that I have gotten that I've kept is the last one was the Mayfix Symbiote Spidey.
Okay,
that is the last one.
I was going to send you some 6-inch Psycho Rangers.
I have them.
Okay.
Those are so I've been trying to sell some of my figures, but those are some things that I cannot sell, bro. Like
remember that episode where they all. Okay, I'll just chat with you later.
Okay. All right.
Those Mayfix figures go hard though. Those Spider-Man ones, like.
Oh my god!
You'll be sitting there for like 5-10 minutes posing one. You're like, man, I wish Hot Toys can get these kind of poses, man.
That's controversial right there, right? Like articulation is so awesome, like, but it's also the detail in Hot Toys is it's like it's a gift. It's like a
trade-off
sword.
Yeah, it's like a trade-off.
Yeah, like it's so freaking hard to like. Man, like so when you get a figure, like that's why I kind of got into Star Wars. I feel like those have the best range of movement, and so I felt like for photography they would just work really well. But
and they're the best figures, anyways. But go on.
Yeah.
That I can't deny that Star Wars is huge, man. Like
I didn't even know I had that many Star Wars figures now. And when I did a video today,
yeah, dude.
And bro, I have more Star Wars figures than anything here. That's crazy.
I gotta say, Joey, when I was watching that video, like you were talking about, like, yeah, I'm gonna put Star Wars up here. I'm like, this man is underestimating all the Ahsoka figures that are about to drop this month.
Dude, yes, man, that's gonna be incredible,
man.
Let's go to the last question for you, Zio. So, I just want to know, how many figures do you have? 6 scale figures, and anything other than even not hot toy? Thinking third party, 6 scale. Yeah, and what's the main IP that you collect?
So I don't know how many figures I have.
Is it that many? Like, or
no. I mean, I'm sure people have more. I know that I have somewhere upwards of like 60 or 70, but I don't know like the exact count because I've been collecting for 3 years, and I haven't been able to unbox them because we were getting the house here, so I knew that I was gonna end up moving in. And then once I moved in, I knew we were gonna do heavy renovations. I mean, I've been out of my house for 7 months this year, and so when I got back in, it was July. I was on vacation and then come back, vacation, come back, vacation, come back. So I've literally been at my house since February. So January was the last time I was here. Since January, I've probably been at my house for about 2 full weeks.
Wow.
And so it's been
vacation sound hard, man.
So yeah, I mean, like, trust me, my fiance and I, all we wanted to do, which she's in the chat here, EC's Garcia, that's my fiance right there. Thank you for showing up, babe. She literally, like, we just wanted to be home, but things just came up, and like every day I was like, man, I just want to be home, and it was just not feasible. And now it's like I'm cool with it. Like now I'm like comfortable being out all the time, so I don't even mind. But it's been tough for me to open stuff because, kind of like Austin, it's an experience unboxing it, but I also want to create content out of it, and it takes me a while to create content with an unboxing, and because everything that I have, whether it's very like not as new, can still be used as like content and stuff. So it's gonna take a while for me to unbox everything, and I'm still getting more figures. Like, come on, like it's never gonna stop.
How many do you have unboxed? I'm sorry, how many do you have how many do you have inboxes?
in boxes, probably 40. Because right now I think 50. I think I counted 26. I literally counted right before I was here.
That's
I have
awesome,
open. So I have 36. I counted. Open I have 36, and so about 34 still in box. So
Damn.
I think I got you beat in box.
dude, I mean, like it's not something that I'm proud of because like my friend came over. He was like, bro, you have so much. I was like, bro, it's actually like not as easy as you think to unbox everything, bro. Like you think it would be like, oh my god, I have every frick hot toy like that I wanted, and like I want to. It takes time. You got to make time. You got to
have the room. I mean, with all that renovation stuff, like that I can see why you haven't. I mean, that's a really good enough reason. You don't want to have to move it all again.
So like everything's here, right? And so like we worked on like half of the house, so I would have to move everything from the front of the house to the back, and then when we finished that side, move everything back so we could do the other side. And then once we did that, doing the floors, we had to move again. So like it took me a long time to finally be able to be back home and comfortable, and even be able to sit down here and be like, I'm finally back, you know?
Yeah.
So. But I'm glad that it's that we did it, you know, because it was worth it, and now I can just
chillax. So what's the main IP that you just everything? It looks like you're mainly everything.
DC would be like my number one. If I had to say anything, DC. I just feel like it. Like I said, I got bored because like they just weren't releasing enough for me. So, but DC would be my number one. Next would be the Spidey collection. That's probably my second favorite collection right there.
Okay. All right. So we have a few people coming in here. Let's see. I don't know where to start at. Let's see. I'll do. You going to NYCC, Nick? They're asking. Let's see. Going. Yo, what's up, Mike? Hello, Mike. I'm glad you are here. If you still are, this is a little bit ago. Let's see. Anybody new in here? Keep going. Cooper's in here. What's up, Cooper? How are you doing? Glad to see you here. Ariel's in here as well. Hello. She's saying hello, guys. And she talked Daniel out of getting the rooted hair Joker, even though I love the Dark Knight movies and kind of wanted it too. Okay.
Yeah. She was in love with the rooted hair Joker, man.
Yeah. And you said this is your fiance, right?
Yeah, that's my fiance.
Hello.
Right there.
Nice to see you here. Thank you for supporting. Myra saying Reversio got the jokes. Let's see. Dang, she's calling you out. She does not care. Boxes in all the closets.
Dude, I have to I owe her because she has to give me some real estate for some of the boxes. You know? So yeah, she's awesome for that part. She's the one that supports me in all this. So if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have half of this or a home.
True. So let's see. I have a little echo. I don't know if whose it is or not. So let's see. We're just gonna keep going. If you think, let's see who it is. Is it you, Zio? Is it Zio? Let's see. Mute yourself, Zio. Let's see.
I don't know.
No, he's got headphones on.
Oh yeah, you got headphones on. Oh, Daniel. Let's see. Yeah, hello. Yeah, it stopped now. Daniel. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna get back into the conversation of what has been happening. So I did want to put this back on the stream. Thank you, Zio, for actually sharing all that. That was really, really good. I enjoyed. Now we know you a little bit more, and all of us know you a little bit more. So that's so good, and everybody in the chats know you a little bit more. So I'm glad that you shared that. But let's see. I have this up here. But the next thing I wanted to ask you guys is, what did you think about the price of this Joker? So I have these price comparisons up, and I might be off by a few bucks. I might be off. I tried to find the exact prices, but I couldn't. So this is without tax, of course. So with me, I feel like we're getting a better deal with the in-art Joker, in my opinion. I feel like we are getting a better deal, even if this in-art Joker was what else I saw. I saw like 1,100 as well, And even if it was that, I still feel like we're getting a better deal with this 2-pack because we are getting 2 figures and this amazing diorama base built with freaking wood, real metal. We're getting all these guns, money, accessories, all that. And yeah, with the 515, at the end of the day, you're paying around what, I think it's like 570
between 560 and 5, yeah, depending on how much you pay for tax, probably 560 to 580.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
it was around there.
And it's just, I feel like you are getting a better deal with InArt. I really do. And I'm a Hot Toys, fanatic. All of us are, and we love Hot Toys so much. But I feel like with the price, they did not match up. I mean, they're matched. They're there. They can price anything they want because they're the top dog. They can do whatever they want. We're still gonna buy it. We know what we're getting. So either way, it's still a high price point. And I feel like I saw some people that actually saw the price and got out of the screen because they were like, bro, that's just too much. But I wonder what you guys think about that. So we'll just go down the line like we always do. So we'll do you, Steve. What do you think? Because I know you have some thoughts about this. And also, here's a sculpted one at the bottom as well. I'm also going to put a chat down there to see what the chat thinks as well. So go ahead.
Yeah, I think like you could go. There's arguments for both ways on this. I think if you look at InArt from a value standpoint, the kind of the kicker for InArt is you have to buy both of them if you want it rooted. So you have to buy both. Also, it ends up coming out to like, I think some people got it for like 1,100 shipped or 1,200 shipped is like kind of the main thing. So you're looking at, you're still in the price range of like, I feel like Hot Toys price this competitively to if you were to only buy one rooted figure from InArt. So I feel like the price point is, I honestly feel like the price point is fair in that regard, figure to figure, but then you got to look at the accessories of what you get. It's really hard to compare. I would say it's easier to compare the sculpted versions because in those are like, you're talking a $15 difference. Like it's a very similar price point, but when it comes to rooted, yeah, I mean, it's a better value getting the InArt one because you get this really cool like diorama. You get just not to say the Hot Toys doesn't come with a lot of accessories, but like I know that this like jail cell is really well built. I know people have problems with the magnetic base. Like you get a base with the Hot Toys one, and like I feel like there's differences that kind of warrant the price to me. I think the main thing that people are going to say whether or not it's a true, like what really defines whether or not this is a true value for them though, is what they think of. As silly as it sounds, I know I just talked about all like the accessories that come with it, but I think the head sculpt is going to be the one where people are going to be like, hey, like this one looks better, so it's a better it's a better value to me because like it's got a better rooted head sculpt than the other one. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on it. I kind of go, I can see, I'm not really hard one way or the other on this. I can see both ways. Yeah. I feel like even if you wanted to justify both of them, you can. Like the Hot Toys one is different enough. Joker has so many different facial expressions and poses. They could do 50 sculpts of the Joker. There's just so many different things you can do with this. So I think that's kind of, it's hard for me to pick one way or the other on what's a better value. If I had to pick one, I'd probably lean towards InArt though being the better value. The only thing is if you only want one figure, you gotta, if you're like, oh, I only want the purple coat Joker, you're gonna end up selling you're gonna have to put in effort to sell the other one. You know what I mean?
And honestly, because I know I won't sell anything Joker like this, I think that I would sell the regular the jail cell Joker for the Hot Toys one, but then it would be kind of weird to have two purple coats.
Yeah, you have two purple coats.
Yeah, so kind of. I don't know.
Yeah, and I think when you look at, if you're a huge Joker fan like you, Joey, like there's you can rationalize keeping both of these because they're different and unique enough. Like the other one comes with the tongue pose. I know some people are like hit or miss about that, but like that's a pretty iconic thing that he does in the movie. So like you could have a really cool Joker shrine of displaying these in different ways with different bases. And I think that that's really cool if you are willing to spend that amount of money to have all of it. But yeah, from a value perspective, I'll say I'll lean a little bit more towards InArt. But it's hard to compare because it's 2 versus 1 figure. And if you truly went purple coat, you have to sell the jail cell. And that's something that is annoying to have to do that.
True. It is annoying. Daniel, what do you think about the price?
See, I don't understand why a rooted Hot Toy figure justifies it being almost like what
It's like vehicle prices.
Yeah, like 515 versus 365 just for the rooted. I'm like, dude, like I get it's limited, but they needed to include more. Like I was discussing this with Mrs. Spashka earlier today. Like the base for Hot Toys has this like kind of
it's a light up
orange bat logo on it, and I'm like, you could have just made like this a regular road. Like in art with this one, at least you get your more value with the base with the gel cell. And I know a lot of people, like you guys have said, with the magnetic bases are having issues, but yeah, man, I think in art you're gonna get more value here just because they're testing the waters a little bit more. This release, while it's good, like, probably like the best looking Joker that they've done, it does feel like a reactionary figure from what InArt was doing, right? Like the question pops up, would we have gotten this from Hot Toys this early or this right now if InArt didn't just give us this?
Yeah, probably not.
That being said, I'm on the hunt for an InArt one now. I think I'm gonna, because I get to see yours, like I said, next month.
Yeah,
so
you'll like it. I think you'll like it.
Yeah.
Can I say one more thing, Joey? Too, Danny like said something that made me think too about like, I think this is a really smart move for Hot Toys because it's one figure. You're competitive one figure to a 2-figure purchase. So you're saying, hey, we have one figure that you can buy that has rooted hair that's at half of the cost, basically, maybe a little bit more than half the cost. A lot of people are probably, and Hot Toys is a bigger name, well-established name. Some people are like skeptical of InArt. So a lot of people for that, like that's a value proposition in and of itself. If you're willing to put in that money to pay for a premium figure, Hot Toys is saying, hey, we have one. You can spend $500 to $575, whatever total, versus if you want to get a rooted from another company, you're gonna have to pay $1,000. You know. Yeah. So
it's was I right, Steve, on these prices? Was I like in the ballpark at least?
I think you're close on InArt. The thing is that I think the big thing that you need to account for is shipping. Because it pushes it to like
no, this was like without the
without shipping. So I think InArt ships in a much larger box and it costs a lot more money to ship. And it's shipping from overseas. So the shipping I feel like should be included in the value of this because you are paying for that.
But then we had people that had $300 shipping from Toys Wonderland, and me, I only paid $45. So that's why,
and I think too, like I think like 1/6 kit, I think initially had it listed as like 1,100 shipped, and then he bumped it up to 12 because I think he lost out on some of the shipping costs. I think he ate some of that because the box, as you know, Joey, is a massive box.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
It's huge how big the box is that it comes in. It's pretty crazy, but yeah. So I think you have to take that into account when you're spending an extra $150 to $200 sometimes on, shipping and stuff too. So, but yeah.
Austin, what do you think about the prices of the new Joker?
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to look at it. Steve, Steve and Danny kind of summed it up, so I'm probably just gonna be reverberating what they've stated. Yeah, so if you break it down on paper, is InArt the best bang for your buck? Yeah, most likely, right? If you actually break it down with all the accessories, the dios, both figures, and what you can sell them for to get your money back, sure, yeah. But the appealing thing about Hot Toys is the fact that a lot of people, $1,200 is kind of hard to justify to spend on 1 to 2 figures, right? So the entry to barrier for getting a rooted Joker is much, much simpler. And the thing is, we now know InArt crushed it with Joker, right? But the thing is, when people were pre-ordering and whatnot, you didn't exactly know how it was going to turn out. You kind of, at this point, know what to expect with Hot Toys rooted hair. But I mean, that's going to be it, man.
But see, Hot Toys, this is what I heard too, is that, like, I heard on another stream, I forgot what stream, I think it was on Brother Cousins, is that everything from the neck down, is that the same thing that we're used to from Hot Toys? Is that the same materials? Because we're going to be paying a lot.
I think they're probably they've got to be updating some of it.
Sorry, I cut you off, Austin.
I think some of it's updated.
You reminded me of that. Yeah.
No, you're fine. I mean, they kind of have to, right? If this is a reactionary response, just even if it was unintentional, right? It truly just depends on what their audience thinks of it as, and it does come off 100% as a reactionary response. So they have to nail this.
Yeah.
You know, I also do think that's another reason why they made it possibly limited. If they didn't and they were to produce these like they have been in this sat on Sideshow, that's not exactly a good look either.
It's not.
So I think making it limited was extremely smart.
Yeah.
And the entire way they actually did their lottery system this time, it was very user friendly and easy.
It was.
Which makes me very excited for tomorrow.
Yeah. We have that coming up too later on, so we'll talk about that later on. Zio, so what do you think about the prices?
So
you got this one. Yeah.
So there's a few things. Like I look at it as a collector, and then I also look at it as somebody who likes to create content with them. In art all the way, man. With the content creation, right? Because you get the dial, you get the awesome hands, right? Those fully sculpted hands all the way through the forearm. Yeah. That is incredible. Now, I do think that there's some things to consider, like licensing, right? Because in art, it's not allowed to sell here, and so Hot Toys does have to maybe, like, I mean, you know, pay a little bit more to sell here in the States, because that's something that I learned a while back, is that certain regions have certain licensing for certain scales, and so that may be something that goes into consideration behind putting this price, and a lot of things that you all said also as well. Taking into consideration, I wonder how much we would have paid for this Joker from Hot Toys if we would have gotten it directly from over there, like with the shipping. Is that already included, or the overseas shipping? Because I mean, what does overseas shipping run normally for like a 1/6 scale figure? Like $60 or 80?
It depends. A lot of these places with their shipping, they're also getting some additional money. There's actually margin on that shipping that they're charging you.
So I want to say, like, I mean, if you look at that aspect too, like, you're also including that, because, you know, Sideshow has to pay to ship that over to themselves as well. So I don't know how much of that is already reflected on the Joker price itself. The quantity of figures, you know, like, let's say Joker, they made I don't know, 20 and times 500, and in art they made a certain amount and they sold it for more. I mean, they could still add up to the same amount of money. They all made the same amount of money depending on quantity and pricing, right? So a lot of variables. But as a collector, myself, I think that, you know, Hot Toys has some like confidence putting that price out there, because they know their fan base, right? They know their fan base. Would I have liked it to be cheaper? Definitely. I think that in the state of the world that we are in terms of collecting, we've advanced so much. It shouldn't be that much more to do what they're doing right now if InArt can do it just as quickly in such a short amount of time. But I mean, like I said, it depends on who you're asking. The photographer side of me, InArt all the way. Like, money doesn't matter when you want something that's like perfect for you. That's something that always applies to me. It's like, I don't care how much it costs. Like, if I really love it, I gotta get it. And so InArt is beautiful. But for me, as a collector, I looked at it as a collector standpoint on this one. I was like, I have an opportunity to pick this one up for a lot cheaper. I'll go ahead and try it out, because I wasn't, you know, too into the line right away to like drop the 1200 and be like, all right, let's, you know, no, I wasn't sure. But at 500, I can test out the waters and be like, okay, cool. And if I do feel like that InArt is better one day I see it, I'll just pick up the InArt, sell the other one, whatever, you know. That's how I feel about it.
I like that. I like that a lot, actually. That's kind of how I feel. Like, if you really like this, and me, everybody knows I love the Joker, so I had to get everything. I got the InArt, I got this one. I was gonna get sculpted at first, but then I thought like sculpted would look weird with a rooted Joker, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try for this one. Got it. But yeah, I love the points you made. I love the points all you guys made. But we do have some people coming in here. We do have a Rins in here. What is up, Rins? How are you doing? Oh, his art is amazing. If you guys haven't checked that out, that art he has is insane. Thank you for being here. Nick Collectibles is saying, yeah, this Hot Toys Joker just made InArt look like a bargain. It kind of did in a way. It really did, especially knowing what the InArt looks like as well. But we don't know what the Hot Toys is going to look like, so we can't say that yet, and the materials and things like that. The price is pretty steep. Yeah, I feel like we all kind of feel like it's a little bit over what we thought it would be. Charging more than InArt. But they suck at rooting. LOL. The hairline on the proto isn't even right. Yeah, but they have time to get it right, though, Nick. They have time to get it right. So hopefully they see our comments out here and everything. Mike is saying they're priced too highly for sure. On the other hand, it's already waitlisted, so the customer has already spoken. Also, Rooted is not behind a 2-figure paywall like InArt is. Yeah, that's true. That is very, very true. Mike throwing some logic out here. Let's see. Kit ate a lot, almost $200 each on the Joker.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
That's crazy. But maybe it gave him some more business that people saw how dedicated he is to it. That could be a good thing.
You can still get him on his website too.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he's still available.
Yeah, it's rough, Nick. Yep. They're trying to justify the high price of the sculpted hair version too. Several times they mention real fabric costume. Where they're making the previous costumes out of bubble gum or something. Mike's always saying something crazy. We have Nick saying, "No way, the materials are better. The Artisan Anakin doesn't even have the upgraded materials. Why would this?" That is true. That is very true. Let's see. I mean, it's not really cheaper for the Rooted. Yes, definitely. Okay. All right.
I got a question.
Yeah.
So somebody who doesn't have an InArt Joker, and let's say next month I prefer this one definitely over the prototype for this one. How would one get into it? Because I see that Austin touched on this. Like, the entry to this for InArt is a lot easier than Hot Toys now. What is the entry like for getting the InArt one now?
You just go on buy, sell, trade, and find one that somebody's selling loose. Basically, that would be the way to do it. Yeah. There's a lot of people who sell off. Like, I feel like I see the jail cell Joker going more often.
Yes.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, but I mean, if you want to find one, you can find. There's people who are splitting them for sure.
I have a couple of buddies selling theirs, Danny. So it gets to that point.
I was about to say,
I think it's probably a better value proposition for a seller. Like, they're probably going to be making more if they split versus bundling.
Definitely.
You can sell. That's another thing about InArt is we're looking at the like if you look at it from that standpoint too. Just real quick about value. You are probably, if you were to buy these as a bundle and then sell them individually, you're probably, I mean, you're not going to lose money. You're probably because then they're not willing to pay the $1,200, but maybe they're willing to pay $700. You know, for I don't know what the prices are. I'm just spitballing, but I think at that point, you know, then you're probably going to at least get your money back. You might make a little bit of money on it if you wanted to split off. But I would think, Daniel, for you, you're probably going to have options. Yeah, especially when this one drops, you're going to have options for people. Like, I'll be curious to see what happens with the InArt Jokers when this one drops for people that bought this and also have it InArt. Maybe it doesn't change. So I know, like, the InArt one, I think I said before too, I think the sculpt looks better on the InArt one. I think the hair looks better too. So I guess we'll see what people think when the Hot Toys one drops. But you'll be able to find one.
If you haven't made up your mind yet, Daniel, I would get on the wait list for the Joker if you haven't already. And then maybe if you want to make your decision later, I mean, maybe it'll convert. You never know. You can try that.
We shall see.
Yeah.
We shall see.
Because that kind of begs the question, is this actually limited to X amount of the 3,000 pieces?
Exactly. It didn't feel like it was today. It
right.
Didn't really feel like
Doesn't seem like it.
I'll tell you that it's not that I'm skeptical. I kind of am, but whenever something's limited, you would kind of expect it to be numbered. You know,
especially 4,000. I mean, I've seen statues like be numbered.
They could have put like a little plate in there or something like that.
Yeah,
that just had a number on it, or a
that's
card or something.
That's what adds a value of novelty. But then also adds a value to a buyer and a seller, depending on what numbered piece you actually get. You know, and that's kind of fun to see. But I'm always very skeptical when things are limited, yet there's not actually a limit, a number associated or a count associated with those pieces.
Yeah.
Was 4,000 just here in the U.S. or overall?
4,000 and 3,000 worldwide, I thought.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Anakin's 3,000. This one's 4,000 worldwide.
Okay, that.
But also, like, I know Anakin is like only 800 Hong Kong, so I don't know. Like, it's hard to tell how they're distributing the rest. Like, who's getting the rest of them? I don't know.
That's interesting.
So it's hard. Yeah, like, it's really hard to say. Like, are they really telling? Like, is it plus or minus a few hundred figures, or like, how do you really know? And like,
what's the over under on?
And you want to drive hype and marketing for your company right now in a market that's struggling, and you say this figure's limited. Like, nobody's going to be able to count how many they're making.
Yeah, they could always go back
yeah.
and produce more.
Yeah.
Like
They're going
all of a
to.
sudden,
Yep.
go back and produce more, and just
Yep.
we found
So,
something
and
in
the
the
thing is,
warehouse.
Yeah.
This has happened in the past.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Mhm.
so-
I think I read somebody earlier had said like they're gonna make over 2 million on this Joker alone with how many they're selling. Like that's gonna be the
insane.
amount of total money with. I think I read somebody was saying about like $2 million or something.
Damn.
I didn't read. I don't know.
I
Wait,
wonder what a
total
license
revenue-
fee
Wait,
is.
total revenue?
Or no, like total
margin?
amount of sales, for the figure. I don't know. I
Damn.
just read it. I'm not fact checking that.
Mhm.
Boston, do some math.
Yeah, I am.
Hey, he's doing it in his head.
What do y'all think the fee is for the license for Heath Ledger's Joker?
Yeah, $500 times 4,000 is 2 million.
Oh wow.
No, but like, what do y'all think they're paying for that fee? Like $100,000?
I don't know.
That number doesn't even make sense. Okay, I'll talk to you.
To answer your question, Carlos, I think those numbers are set by since he's passed away, maybe by their families, but normally it's by their agents. Right?
Oh, gotcha.
Every single time that they said, like Harrison Ford has that issue with Hot Toys, right, where they like give their likeness out, right? Every single time that they use their likeness, they send them a paycheck, right? So it's not like every single Hot Toys that they produce that they're getting paid for that likeness. It's hey,
overall
we modeled you after this particular prototype. We're going to pay you for that.
Oh, wow. Okay. Gotcha.
Let's see. So do you guys want to go on to the next topic?
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Let's
Come
go.
on. I've been hearing too much about this Joker. Let's go back a little bit, guys. So
Why so serious?
so here we go, guys. So here's the Moff Gideon that we got right after. I think it was it right after the last stream, Daniel?
Yeah.
That was
Dude,
right.
Literally
that
like 30 minutes after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that night.
And
this-
wait. Not only was it that night, our man Joey uploaded this video.
Oh yeah.
Our man was up
man.
in the early AMs.
Yeah, I uploaded it. I was like, bro, I gotta do it.
Posting it up.
Joey's a little night owl, huh?
Yeah, a little
Oh,
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Staying
unfortunately.
up late.
That is the motivation and discipline this man has, and that's why his YouTube keeps blowing up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
Well, he's the GOAT. That's why he's
Putting in the work. The
Hey,
goat.
Calvin, that's my guy.
There we low key is in here. What is up, man? I'm glad to see you here watching this. I don't know if I skipped through your name earlier, but I'm glad to see you here. Oh man,
That is my dude. I got to spend a lot of time with him and his amazing wife in London.
Really?
They're great. Yeah.
And you know what I noticed too is that we all right here on the panel are still we all have a partner, which is really cool. I like that. We all still do. So that is nice to see. But about the Moff Gideon, so I didn't even stop the thing. So we have 17 votes when I said, "How do you feel about the price of the Joker?" So let's see. I ended it right now, and it could be better is at 70%. Too much is at 17%, and perfect is at 11. So you could see it could be better, but it's not too much. So it's kind of right there in between those two. A little bit more on could be better though. So that's good to know. Because that was a lot of votes. That was like I said, it was 17 votes. So that was a good sample size. But let's talk more about this Moff. What did you guys think about this? I know season 3 wasn't our cup of tea really. It wasn't too out there like the other seasons, but this was probably one of the biggest highlights of the whole show. And I was just wondering what you guys thought, but we're going to kind of, I guess, play on words here. We're going to reverse this lineup. We're going to go start off with you, Zio. What did you think about this figure? And what do you like about it? Is this a cop or a drop for you? I guess I forgot to say that, but I'm going to have copper drop. So I'm going to have the copper drop down in the comment section if you guys want to vote or anything like that. But Zio, what did you think about this one?
I think it looks awesome. The main Star Wars line that I got into was the Mandalorian line, just because it was more recent, more available. It was a lot cheaper to get into, and I really overall like those figures. Like I pictured a lot of when I got them, it was for photography purposes. Like I really wanted to go outdoors and use these figures, and they just fit so well outdoors. So it was a line that I really wanted to dwell into. Now I am very picky with this line. This for me, even though it was an awesome design, it's a drop for me. He just doesn't come off as a character that, oh man, I really need that one in the collection. If maybe they did the those Beskar, what were they that he had, like troops?
Oh, the Praetorian Guard.
The Praetorian Guard.
Yeah.
I think they're right here. They're right here.
Not those. The
Not
other ones.
these?
The ones that were in Beskar suits with jetpacks.
Oh, the
They were like
troopers. The troopers. The white ones. Yeah.
If they dropped those, then maybe because they would look sick behind him, just for photography purposes. But just as a standalone figure, for me, great head sculpt, amazing for anybody who wants to get it. For me, it's a drop.
Okay. All right. So we got a drop already. Remember, guys, in the chat, we do have a poll, so you guys can vote if you want to. What do you think about the head sculpt? What do you think overall? But Austin, if you okay,
no, what's up?
Okay. Okay. What copper drop for you on this one? Is this cop drop? Let us know what you think about it.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. It looks amazing. I think this is going to turn out to be a great figure. Has amazing shelf presence. Sculpt's good enough for me. I have no complaints about it.
Yeah.
I'm a little torn. I'm pretty undecided on it. I would tend to say drop, but we just rewatched season 3.
Yeah.
We're very hyped for Ahsoka. So if this was something that Rachel said in passing that she wanted, that would actually change my decision, and I would get them.
Yeah. Okay. Because look at this picture right here. This looks really nice.
It looks amazing.
It does. And I really did like this little feature. I guess we really haven't seen this. I don't think.
Look how cool even that one is. That looks so thick.
And I don't know. Remind me, have we seen this from any other like Star Wars figure or anything? But we have like part of his neck right here. If you guys didn't notice,
I don't think so. I think that's why he looks so damn cool right now. I don't know.
That
why.
Looks like
also the red from the cape. I don't know.
Yeah. So I thought that was cool. So we got
color contrast. Color contrast on that.
Daniel, what do you think? I know you got some words to say about this one.
Man, you have something I want. Yeah, this is definitely a cop for me, man. Giancarlo Esposito, that head sculpt. For anybody who is a Breaking Bad fanatic and is into making customs, you have a perfect Gustavo Fring head sculpt to use and work with.
Hell yeah.
Outside of that, though, this figure looks sick. I know that they had mentioned that they're updating the pleather material. I don't know if they're going with real leather or what they said in the Instagram bio description, but it looks like a little bit more durable. Hopefully it doesn't flake off over time. The cape looks really nice, too. I like how it almost looks like a Vader cape or a Batman cape, but a little bit thicker. Yeah, man, that Mandalorian helmet looks sick. This is co-op all around for me. I don't really have any complaints so far from it. I mean, yeah, season 3 is what it is, but Giancarlo Esposito is easily like top 5 working actors in Hollywood today for me.
You could get like some 6-scale glasses or something like that to put on him, and boom, like you said, you got Gus right there. That's
spring right there, man. Yeah, man.
Especially because there is some third-party Gus's out there, and you could literally switch it out, and that would look
Give him a Pollos Hermanos bucket, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That looks sick. But yeah, dude, I'm kind of with Zio on this one. I kind of disappointed that they didn't announce the I'm gonna call them like
troopers, I guess.
In between First Order Empire era. I'm gonna call it heir to the Empire troopers.
Heir to the Beskar troopers?
Yeah, the Beskar troopers. Yeah.
Were they Beskar though? Because I saw
they
them
were
get shot in the stomach, but they got shot. Austin,
I just rewatched myself.
I think it's the design that they have on their chest or something like that, wasn't it?
I don't know.
They're all supposed to have Beskar.
I mean, everything in Star Wars doesn't make sense. So I mean, come on.
Either way, I was kind of with Carlos on that one because I kind of wanted them to make those.
It would.
I still think
they early though, man.
I still think they will.
They probably will because that trooper design alone was like the perfect like in between Empire First Order era, and it kind of reminded me of the trooper that we see in Solo in the beginning of Jedi Survivor. So yeah, man, this is definitely a cop for me though. Okay.
All right, the Star Wars man himself, Steve.
Drum roll.
Sorry, I had some
Yeah.
camera issues. For some reason,
No.
my battery died and my camera won't charge, so I had to swap. I don't know why
Same.
it's
That's
not
what was
charging.
happening.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not charging. This is
Dude.
the only day your camera issues are running off on me.
It's never happened
Yeah.
to me up until
Yeah.
today. It must
I'm
be
like,
a glitch or something.
I'm like,
a
why did my
bug.
signal go out? And like look at my battery's dead, and I have it plugged in. I always have it plugged in when it's
Yeah.
mounted, and it still won't charge. So I might be
Same.
finagling with a little bit here.
There's a battery that I don't know if they have them for y'all's camera, but it's like, so I have this battery right here, but it has like a
dummy battery, right?
yeah, it's like a dummy battery in it. Like you
Yeah.
can plug it into an outlet and it just stays on.
I need to
I
get
thought-
one of those.
yeah, I
I
do
know
too.
what you-
Yeah.
yeah.
I need to get on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to look at that too. Anyways, this is definite cop for me. I'm 100% getting this figure. I think I talked about this a while ago on I think it was like one of my live streams I did, but I don't like the first Moff Gideon head sculpt. I don't love it. I thought it looked good, but I thought like there was something off about it to me. And then I saw this one and I'm like, yeah, this is the one that I would want. This is like the good one. If it was me, I'd probably like, if I don't have the original Moff Gideon, but if I was to get him, I'd probably take this head sculpt and put it on the OG Moff Gideon. And then we have this one displayed with the helmet on.
I was thinking that too.
That's
No
how
mustache though.
Yeah, that's true. It is a little bit
color
different. It
it
is a
on.
little bit different, right?
But
He shaved that week for the Empire.
Look at this, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
But
know you like
yeah,
the
dude.
black and red color.
Oh yeah,
scheme,
red and
too.
black's like my favorite color scheme for sure. So that's like an added bonus. I love this armor, how it looked when I first saw it too. I do think like they're gonna do probably like those Imperial command. Dan, you talk about like the Imperial Commandos or like the Beskar troopers. I know they teased it in like this IG-12 set, right? Like Mando has the shield with the baton and stuff. Like hopefully with them making that's a tease that I don't know why they would give Mando those accessories without eventually making like an Imperial Commando. You know what I mean? Like they've got to make these
I could just picture like those commandos with fighting against Death Watch Mandos, like creating a little.
You could do
scene
some
of them
cool
going.
stuff with those. Yeah.
That just
the
the
armor
warfare,
Oh,
the
yeah.
warfare that you could do with some dirt coming in.
Yep.
Oh my
Yep.
god!
I think too it'd be really cool, like the fight scene that happens towards the end of season 3 where you get the armor involved and you could dynamically pose the armor and do some really cool stuff with with Paz Vizsla, the armor, a couple Beskar troopers, Mando. Like you could get some cool dynamic stuff from Mando season 3 with those things. Like
Could you imagine having like the armor and Bo-Katan and a bunch of the Death Watch troopers just like you had the Mudgy space, right? Have a square of them just flying at each other, have the armor almost like in a Thor pose, like coming with their hammer. Dude.
Yep. I feel like people would
be
I
sick.
feel like that would justify a purchase more so. I know a lot of people like have slept on the armor as a figure, but like I feel like that would be really cool to do some dynamic posing with that. But yeah, this figure, and like you can put Beskar troopers with him, you could put Praetorian guards, which are hopefully going to drop. I would think they're going to.
I would.
Yeah.
And those Praetorian guards too look really
so
cool.
good.
But yeah, man, I love this armor. And like I'm you guys already know, like I'm a sucker for troopers too, and like this type of design. I know a lot of people are like, well, I like the characters more so, and like really like head sculpts, but I would be displaying this with the helmet on. Nevertheless, the head sculpt looks good, but yeah, this is a dope figure. I'm 100% getting this.
Yeah. And I did have the poll running in here as well, and I see a few people actually did vote. So we got 15 votes in here. Let me end it. So for Cop, we do have 56%, and Drop is at 43%. So this one was really, really close, but Cop came out overall. So glad to see that. Glad to see that we have some diversity in here. So let's see where I ended up at. So we got Gabriel saying, yo, what is up, Gabriel? Nice to see you here. I believe this is the same Gabriel that is in my area. I forgot if it is or not. If it is, let me know. Been talking to him a little bit. Lewis, how are you? Glad to see you here as well. Yomo's still in here. Long live the Empire. Yeah. Mike is saying, this is a beautiful figure all around. If I enjoyed this season more, it would be a no-brainer. Yeah, that does. Yeah, that does come into play. It really does. Yeah, local to Dallas, bro. So yeah, so what's up, Gabriel? This is the same Gabriel I'm thinking about. But let me take this off the screen because our next thing, I think Austin and Daniel are going to be a little excited about. So you guys know I have, let's see, I almost removed Evil Sneaker. There we go. So you guys know I have a little bit on here that I do. It's called, sorry guys. I'm trying to get it right. Okay, so it's called This or That, and it's just choosing between the figures. I'll explain it whenever we do it, but here we go. Here is kind of the segue to that. Let's see if I could get it this time. Here we go. All right, here we go. Boom. So here it is, guys. We do have a horror theme this time around. This is out of my realm, so if I didn't pick the right things, I am sorry, but these look kind of cool. I have 3 of these, so This or That is more like if you are handed these figures, which one would you pick, but you can never get the other one. So this is going to be like if you get it for free, there you go. I know, Austin, you have one of these. I don't know, you might have both of them. I forgot. I think you do have both of them, but I think, I'm not sure. So let me go, and there will be polls on this as well, but Austin, actually, I'm going to start off with you. Is this a
man?
Yeah, I'm going to actually start off with both of y'all. So I'm going to go with you first, Austin, and then I'm going to go with Daniel. So
I think this is the hardest one for me
really?
so far. Yeah, out of everything that we've done so far.
Mm-hmm.
Quick explanation. Yeah, I'm a big horror movie buff.
Yeah.
I have Michael Myers on my forearm. I got Freddy on my chest. What makes this really difficult is Nightmare on Elm Street was a series that got me into watching like horror movies when I was like a really young kid.
Mm-hmm.
And funny enough, I always preferred Nightmare on Elm Street very much over Halloween. Since becoming an adult, the 78 Halloween movie has really jumped to the top of like my horror movie list as goated. If this was several years ago, I think I would have gone with that.
Yeah.
But as of now, going with this.
Okay.
Which is really hard for me because
you just got it though, right? And I know that Daniel said that that tombstone is very heavy, and it's like how is it? It is heavy, right?
It's deceivingly heavy.
Oh, okay.
For what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it has some weight to it. Yeah, this is hard because like I'm already choosing this. I'm like, oh my gosh, but like I'm just gonna stick with it. I'm just gonna Michael Myers and move on.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say real quick, when you deadlift over 500 pounds like Austin, I'm sure nothing's really truly that heavy.
Daniel, what do you think?
Man, a little history. I know, like, we're supposed to pretend that we don't have these figures. I don't have to pretend I don't have this figure. I missed this figure, man. This 100%. The Trick or Treat Studios Michael is good, but this one is by far the best Michael Myers 1/6 scale figure that has ever been released, and it's perfect too if you're trying to make a custom kills or ends figure too. Just swap the heads, or just customize this one. In the near future, I'm gonna hope to pick this one back up. This one, I'm glad that Rach came through for my brother Austin and picked this one up. This one's definitely.
Well, I gotta hand it to you, Danny. It wouldn't have happened without you. So
I'm glad I gave you the recommendation, because like I think I picked it up like maybe about 2 years ago at this point almost, and I did not expect it to be as good as it was because I saw a review from Dean Knight, and briefly gonna touch on that for a second. That figure is great. I think the Freddy, obviously Robert Englund's very iconic, and I've heard rumors that he's apparently returning. Blumhouse has been working on a secret Nightmare on Elm Street film, so that's exciting. But in my opinion, just for me personally, that looks like it kind of looks like a 1/6 scale version of the Mezco 1/12 Freddy that they released, which is a great figure. But I think the hat needs a little bit work. It looks a little shiny just for, in the movie, it's a little bit more wool looking, a little bit more crisp. But yeah, man, back on this Michael, I cannot praise it enough. If you are a Michael Myers fan, or at least like the last few years of Halloween movies, definitely pick this one up. This one is fantastic. The only thing that could have made it cooler was the knife. If they made it metal, I don't know.
See, shout out to Dean Knight, because he I literally looked up his videos for horror video, like trying to figure out this, because I don't know anything about these figures. But he had a lot of those metal knives. I forgot where he said he got those from, but they were actual like wood and metal. So I thought they looked really good.
Shout out to D9, man. He does some amazing customs. Like he'll
Yes.
pick up several of these figures and just like have fun with them and go to work. Like he's
Mhm.
made a few Michaels that he'll put on the stairs, and I'm just like, dude. And he'll make the heads look film accurate, like almost to the point where I wish he was open for commissions. You know? So,
Yeah, and he did make it
100%.
Pennywise look so much better too. His Pennywise custom's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah. Zio, which one would you pick? I don't know if you're into horror much, but which one?
I do watch horror movies. Not definitely not as much as Austin. I'm not gonna lie, but
Yeah.
for me personally, I would have to go with Michael Myers just because I haven't seen too many of the Freddy Krueger movies, the Elm Street movies, but also I just like his theme song a lot more, and so like I could see me doing like a little reel and playing that song, and it would just be really cool. But you get all those props too, and so for like photography or whatnot, it's pretty cool. And I don't know what Freddy Krueger comes with, but I got to go with this. I've seen the Halloween movies a little bit more recently, so I think I'm closer to that because of that reason. And so, everybody else is saying the same thing, so it must be a solid figure. Not to take anything away from that Freddy Krueger, because from here it looks fantastic. And I mean, you could do some crazy stuff with that Freddy Krueger.
Sure. It's hard for me to get like all the pictures in here because it's so small.
Yeah. But I'd go with the Michael Myers. That song just
okay. I think
one more brief thing on that, not to keep going on about this one more thing, but I'm sorry, but the weight on that, and Austin can attest to this, is 10 times better than some of these Hot Toy bodies that they've been giving us.
So maybe
he was surprisingly sturdy.
Maybe that's what I thought.
Right?
I thought you guys were talking about the actual tombstone being heavy, but maybe you're talking about the figure. Okay, sorry.
No, the tombstone's got some weight to it too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And all around, it's a solid release because it actually feels like quality figure. Like, sure, if it was a rooted Michael Myers head sculpt, this would feel like an art Michael Myers. That's what it pretty much feels like.
Okay, I see what you mean. Steve, now this is gonna be weird because I don't know if you watch any horror movies or anything. Do you?
Oh, this is easy for me, bro.
Oh,
this
this-
100%. Mike Myers is the
Oh
goat.
shit! Okay.
Michael Myers is the goat of Halloween.
I
Horror.
think
Goat of Halloween horror. Michael Myers, no question. This,
I think Mike
100%.
said that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I
All
love
right.
Michael Myers. I've seen. I'm no horror movie buff by any means. Like I've seen certain horror movies. Like I've seen Nightmare on Elm Street, but yeah, Michael Myers is just something about Michael Myers, the classic movie. You know, probably one of the first horror movies I actually watched, like when I was old enough to understand, I guess, horror movies and stuff. Like it's just classic. The theme. Yeah. I need to watch some of the other movies. I haven't seen them all.
Me too.
I need to watch like the new Halloween Ends. I need to watch. This dude just don't die, man.
Yeah, so
Don't
you have
die.
the 78, you have the 2018, you have Kills and Ends. Yeah. I'd be curious to know what you think about it.
I haven't seen the 2018. Those are the Rob Zombie ones.
No, Rob Zombie one's like 2006, 2000.
Okay, so it was it was the older ones, and it was Rob Zombie. Then it was the reboot, right? Because I've seen the reboot one, like the was it just called Halloween?
Yeah.
So
Halloween, then Halloween Kills, and then Halloween Ends, right?
Yeah, so
I've seen those 2 out of 3.
Yeah, 2018 was just called Halloween, but it's a direct sequel to the 78, disregarding Halloween 2 and everything else.
Yeah, disregarding like the whatever they consider canonical, I guess.
Yeah, Halloween 2 takes place within like the same day.
Yep. Yeah, I remember I was reading up on that because I was like, I had watched the original and then I was confused. I was like, there's all these Halloween movies. Now they're coming out with this reboot. Like, what one is actually following the story and what one isn't?
So we can probably touch off this off
Yeah, it's fine.
There's
We don't
like
have to go too down.
4 timelines?
Yeah, I was going to say, I know there's a lot of alternate stuff. And then I figured out, okay, I just want to see the direct sequel to the original. Like, I'll just watch that, and then these newer ones I've been watching.
I've
I've
no
seen 2
idea
out of
that
the 3.
the Halloween series was just like the Spider-Man timeline, man. It's all mixed up.
Michael Myers,
really?
the Michael multiverse.
Multiverse, dude. That's what's next.
But yeah, I do like the movies.
Okay.
Also, real quick.
You good?
I know this movie's frowned upon, but Freddy versus Jason, I was Team Jason, so I couldn't pick Freddy. You know.
I do not think that movie's frowned upon. That is goated to me.
Oh, I like that movie.
I was Team Jason. So I could not.
I'm not gonna lie, I was Team Freddy in that one. But that was the first horror movie I saw in theaters in 2003.
What?
Dude, that movie gave me nightmares, bro. No lie.
Really?
Yes, I had nightmares from Freddy vs. Jason. I don't know why. To this
I think
day.
it's the
because it wasn't that
perfect-
scary. Like it had good
I
humor
know
and
what it
everything
was.
in
It
it
was
too.
when somebody
It
would
had-
whack somebody and they go flying 50 yards. That's what gave me
Yeah, man, it had
Yeah.
such a perfect mix of
Yeah,
wit, comedy,
I was young at that time.
suspense, horror. Oh man,
I was
And how
young
they
and
meshed
scared,
them
bro.
up so well.
Going to
That
see
was
that
it.
in theaters that young, man. That was scary, dude.
Oh,
2003.
yeah.
Yeah, I was 11 years old.
Do you remember
2003,
that?
right, Danny?
What's up? Yeah, 2003.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
We got
Because
Nick-
like nowadays, like that's sorry, Joe, we're
No,
getting
you're good.
so off
You're
topic,
good.
but like nowadays we talked about BVS earlier. We have so many, like that's the norm now. Every series has a crossover, a spin-off TV series on a streaming service. Everything's connected, right? This takes it back 2003. You were lucky to get a movie crossover. This is the AVP time. This was the time where like there was rumblings of a RoboCop versus Terminator movie happening. Like this is the prime age of like hype for hearing about crossovers. So
Yeah.
I was just curious for Austin, you know, if you remember, and Steve too, was the hype crazy in the theater? Was it like
I think I was a little too young to actually understand like the surroundings. Yeah, I was hyped. I remember just talking to my dad about it like the entire time and just having all these guesses and everything else. Yeah. Then after, you know, there's so many speculations and whatnot about what the sequel is going to be. You know, for a long time it was supposed to be Freddy versus Jason versus Ash.
Yep.
And then
versus
there were
Michael.
disagreements within the contracts of who's actually going to win and die, and it just never happened.
Yeah. You're taking it back to the era where you would get like Spider-Man 4 posters, you know, like on the internet, fake one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chat room back then.
I did a poll for this one, and 57% of the people said this, and 42% of the people said that. So it was pretty close,
I
actually.
respect the split.
Yeah.
Very cool.
We have someone that came in here. I believe I saw. Let's see, Will Flow. What is up? How are you doing? Glad to see you here. Glad to see new names in here. Hopefully you come back. Make sure you subscribe to everybody here. We do this every Thursday, so you guys enjoy and have a good time before you go to bed or whatever you're doing this late at night. We have Mike saying yes, Halloween is the go. Everything else is downstream of the shape. Yeah, true. Articulation on the horror figures are amazing. You can really do crazy poses with these figures. Okay. Nick is saying, I love the first Rob Zombie Halloween. Michael is freaking terrifying in that one. You know, I need to go back because I think I saw these as a kid, but I need to go back and watch them.
Yeah, we had Tyler Dean play
Tyler Mane.
Tyler Mane play Michael Myers and Rob Zombies, and he's like literally like 6'7".
Yeah, he's like 6'7", 6'8".
Tower, dude. That's a
Yeah,
tower right there.
massive. He's brutal. That's
There's
actually one of my favorite 6-scale figures I think I have.
Not to spoil you guys for October, but that's going to be a video that me and Austin are going to try and tackle is which is the scarier Michael, right? Is it the Halloween Kills Ends Michael, or is it the Tyler Mane Michael Myers?
They're terrifying in very different regards.
Little teaser.
Are you guys? Yeah, no. Are you guys ready for the next one? We got two more, so here we go.
Let's go.
All right. Boom. So we got these two figures right here. So we got these two figures right here. I'm not too familiar with any of them, but I know I just watched Dean Knight's videos and I was like, ooh, which one should I go with? And I know Austin just got this one right here, and I saw Dean Knight's right here. So I was like, you know what? They're both from the same company, I believe, right? And they're both some cool figures. So we'll start off with Zio. Which one would you pick out of this? This or that?
I have not seen the Terrifier movie, but I will go. I have seen the is it Trick or Treat movie? What was it called?
Yep.
Was it that?
Yeah, Trick or Treat. Yeah.
I got to go with that. I mean, the overall design and color on that guy is fantastic. I love the design of his mask. Like it's phenomenal. Like it's just something about it is just like it's so friendly, but it's so dangerous and scary at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Terrifier, that dude is terrifying to look at. I don't want a figure that's gonna fucking scare me in the middle of the night when I wake up to go grab some water and he's just like standing in the middle of the hallway. I can handle the homie, but
Yeah.
this guy is truly like I've been wanting to watch the movie, but my fiance is like she doesn't really do the gory stuff.
Yeah.
So and I know it's very gory.
Yeah,
I've seen
I've Terrifier.
Yeah, I've seen clips. I look up our clips and stuff like that, and that dude is just too terrifying for me, man. Like I told Austin a long time ago, I was like, bro, I don't know how you can sleep with an Annabelle there. Like,
I know.
that is like that is like, dude, like
He's right
crazy.
there.
like no matter like no, like I can't do that one. So I gotta go with that. That's for me, for sure.
Okay, all right. I got a poll down there as well. If you guys coming in want to take the poll, I did see Philip the Fool is in here. What is up?
That's my dude,
bro. That is my dude too, man. He says I've never seen any of the Halloween movies. Not a huge horror fan. Yeah, me either. But I knew that Austin's in here, and I knew that Daniel was in here. So they've been telling me to do some horror, and I've been doing Marvel, DC, other things like that. I thought it'd be cool to kind of switch it up a little bit. So some of these things I haven't seen, but I know the character, and I know which one I probably I'd want more. On this one, I'd probably do that because I do like the display on that one, the diorama base. Big Bretta's in here. What is up, Big Bretta? Glad to see you here as well. I'm always in his chats just talking it up. He is such a good host. I love going into his streams and just sitting there at work listening to his streams. Glad you're here. Let's see. Brick is in here. What's up, Brick? How are you doing? He's saying that. Mike is saying this. Chris is saying this. Cholo Figs, what's up? Glad to see you here. Art the Clown all day. Let's see if anybody said Yomo saying what's up. All right, so Steve, which one are you picking?
I'm going with that. Ever since I've seen Austin's display that he's got for this figure, that looks absolutely insane, dude. Like that's the type of stuff when I see it, I'm like, I have no connection to this figure whatsoever, but I would want that in my display because it looks so good, dude. So bravo to you, bro.
I don't want to cut you off or steal anything from your time right now. But I remember I was on the phone with Danny and we're chatting and I was showing him what Rachel and I were doing with our initial idea. And then Rachel had this idea and and I'm very happy the display worked as well as it did. Scale wise, I just wasn't certain.
It came out.
It
really
looks
badass,
so
dude.
good. Like that's like I feel like that's like the best representation of how you should model like a DTOF if you're gonna do a diorama or something.
You know what's funny, Steve? You know what she said after that? We got to do more.
Got to do them all.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I showed you guys everything else that she's done. Like so Rachel, she literally just made an 8-man table for the kitchen.
She's got a creative mind. She's like Danny.
She was bored.
Got this like creativity, man.
Yeah.
It's hard.
And what was I gonna say? I loved that display a lot, but I was gonna say something else. Like this little display he actually comes with has like real grass with it too. That's crazy. Like
was it like
not real
like
grass,
turf,
but like turf? Yeah,
turf. Yeah, it's amazing. You see the blades in it. I'm actually gonna be using that for a Michael Myers scene. I'm gonna be putting together.
Oh, that'll be nice. That'll be real nice.
Yeah, dude. This is like I haven't seen either of these movies, so I don't really know anything about them. But what's the obviously it's Terrifier, but then the other one's Trick or Treat, right?
Yeah. So essentially, Terrifier is a gore fest with no story, no plots, no character development. Right? You're watching it for the sake of gore and gratuity. Yeah, Terrifier 2 is different. For sure, Terrifier 2 is different. Then you have Trick or Treat, which is an anthology movie where essentially there's 5 stories going on at the same time and they're interconnected and woven together.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah. And it's one of those things, each time you watch it, like at least for me, each time I've watched Trick or Treat, I've caught on to nuances of how they're actually woven together. Like you'll hear something in one of the stories that's going on, and it's actually something that happened in another story that you'll see later on.
Gotcha.
Which one did you pick though? Did you pick this or that, Austin?
Okay, I'll give my answer now. Okay.
Yeah.
So I like Terrifier for what it is. So even like horror fans, like this is a pretty divisive movie because just like I said, there's no plot to this whatsoever. Essentially, Art the Clown is a very scary antagonist, and you watch it to see him kill people. It's like this throwback to 80s grindhouse. Essentially, I look at Terrifier as like a way just to introduce this antagonist, just to get people on board with the idea of what he is. Then you have Trick or Treat, which for one, I love Trick or Treat. I mean, that's why I mean I got Sam on my arm. Great movie, but also that was like the first movie that Rachel and I watched together too. So there's even like a deeper sentiment with that. And I got my
oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
I didn't even see that coming.
Damn.
So this is one of the busts. I don't think I show off a lot of things I have.
I've never seen that.
Bro, I haven't seen that either. I don't think so. Oh
There's
wait,
a
I
lot
think you
of
did
things
show it. Yeah,
that is
a lot of things
crazy.
I don't show off. But yeah, I have a 1-1 scale Sam bust. So I like Terrifier.
Yeah.
But I like the Trick or Treat movie better. And I like the figure a lot more.
Is this a kid? Like, is this a child? How old, like, is the kid?
Well, I mean, you got to watch the movie. It doesn't necessarily specify that.
Oh, okay.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to watch that.
Daniel, which one are you picking?
Man, so to briefly touch on both IPs real quick, Trick or Treat is an amazing film. For anybody who hasn't seen it, it is a great kind of like American Horror Story style, like anthology style movie where, yeah, Austin's right, where you have a bunch of these stories that kind of interwoven and connect to each other. And some of them are pretty grim and some of them are a little bit more humorous than others. And you've got some actors that you wouldn't necessarily expect to see in it pop up, which is nice. Terrifier, as an artist, is kind of what Austin was talking about, is just to introduce an antagonist, but also to just kind of play around with special effects, right? Like,
I did see a behind. Sorry, I did see a behind the scenes from the Terrifier. They were like lighting people on fire. I was like, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, dude,
that's not even just.
That's the surface of it, man. Yeah, like there's the practical effects in these movies. It really makes you wonder and think, like, some of these artists, it's crazy too, because the director of Terrifier 1 and 2 is the one who's doing the VFX and the special effects and whatnot. So definitely gonna go with this. Dean Knight has done some customs where he's
the bloody one. I saw that
bloodied up one. Yeah,
crap.
that was really cool.
Crazy.
Trick or Treat did a variant where it was bloodied up and it looked kind of cheap, but if you do the Dean Knight style, I might pick this up and get some, I don't know, fake blood from Spirit Halloween or something, and just kind of like get a toothbrush and splotch it on there, because he gets bloodied up.
Expensive. He's not really. I think he's about like 120 to 150 maybe.
Yeah, he's pretty cheap.
Yeah,
no,
it's not bad.
Yeah, man. This, and have him pose up like touring his little fingers, like waving to the.
That has to be it. That
right?
has
Like,
to be the pose. Yeah.
And you even give him the little fingers for it too, where he's like doing this.
How was that hat staying on his
Or
head?
the sunglasses.
It's a little string.
Oh, there's a string. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I
thought it was
funny
like
you say that,
molded
because in the movie it
Makes
doesn't really
sense.
stay on. That's a running joke. It doesn't really stay on him.
You could get some like 3D printed like chopped off arms and just lay them all around the floor around him. It would be sick, like a little diorama that you could do.
Yo, you can go to Dollar Tree, get those 12-inch Barbie things, and just strip them.
Pop them off. Put a little red
talking
slime
about,
at the
Austin.
bottom. It would be dope. You could do some really nice stuff with that diorama setup.
Some
right
really
there.
morbid display options there, but
Yeah.
he even does come with the saw accessory, which is hilarious to me. But yeah, man, this all the way. Can't wait for the third movie.
I
To give
did
you a brief history. The first movie was made on a budget of like, I think $12,000 or maybe even less.
Wow.
The second movie was crowdfunded at $250,000. Now the announced third movie is at $1 million, non-crowdfunded.
Wow.
Be a little better in the.
That's
And the
good
second one
for
has
them,
a
man.
Wonder Woman style and protagonist. Need I say more?
Good for them, because that's to start off that small and end up with that project. What an investment, and good job to
I know.
Everybody behind the scenes on that, because that's incredible.
It's a core memory for me. I remember Terrifier 2 went up on YouTube to watch for free.
It did?
And me and Ariel got super, super excited to sit down and get to watch it together.
That's how I saw it. It was up for like 24 hours.
Oh wow.
The one we watched was up for like 3 weeks. So
Oh wow. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it
the
was
link
like
I
right
saw.
when it came out. Not that I support that, but at the time I couldn't afford to go to the theater. It was expensive. But yeah.
I did do a poll on this one. So Art the Clown and Sam. So we got that at 66%, and this is at 33%. So more people are liking that. the Sam. It looks like so.
The colors pop a lot.
Yeah, they do. I love the pumpkin too because the pumpkin does actually like light up and it like flickers. that's so cool.
Oh yeah.
Here's another idea for this Art the Clown. Since he does go for so cheap, I think he's a great maybe like a little custom piece if you want to add some color on it for like Joker goons, maybe. If, like a multiverse style Joker. I don't know. Like I'm thinking Jack Nicholson of all people, but who knows?
Yeah.
That would be good.
We did have someone come in here that I have always seen in the chats, and I'm glad he's in here. What is up, SpongeBob SquareBalls? How are you doing?
Everybody I like him already.
Yeah, he's always in the chats. I love seeing his name, and especially the profile picture kills me as well. So I'm glad to see you actually here. Thank you for being here. Flippin' Jedi, what is up? Haven't seen you here in a while. I've been knowing him for the longest as well. We don't talk that much, but we have back and forth here and there. Gabriel's saying, I also don't have the direct connection to this character, but this one I'd like to get. But this one I'd get as an exception to my collection. Okay. Mike is saying, haha, I knew Spotch would clear up that too, and where the story kicks in. Okay. Let's see. Myers also has no motivation. It's the Jaws approach to horror. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. All right. I see what you mean. I think that Austin was talking to Mike in there a little bit. Then we do have Juan. What is up, Juan? Late but here. Glad to see you here as well. Chris is saying someone made a diorama bed scene in the Terrifier 2. So gruesome. When I looked up the horror stuff to figure out what I should put on here, the crap I saw was crazy. So there's so many figures that people customize in the horror 1/6 community that
horror people are weird.
Hey man, yeah, you damn right we are.
Flippin' Jedi say, "What's up? What is up? Yeah, glad to be here. Thank you for being here."
Customizing dead body parts all over the place.
Okay. On a weird
sorry Joey I'm just messing.
It's the same reason I think that a lot of people like Star Wars, right? For the visual effects, like special effects thing, right?
Danny, where are you going with this, bro?
Well, think about it, right? So like me and you wanted to set out, like, let's say the five of us set out to make a movie, right? All right, and we're making like on a water budget, dude. We're going out to the Spirit Halloween and we're going out to the dollar store for props. There's a certain appreciation like that you have when you can tell something's practical, but they're running with it and running like it's this is what you're seeing on screen is real, but we're doing the best we can. I don't know.
You should watch. Sorry, go ahead, Austin.
No, I'll say I actually agree with Danny on this. Like, when I watch like the original Evil Dead or the 78 Halloween, all these are always primarily done on such a low value in practical effects. Like, so much love goes into it, where the point of like, let's just use Star Wars since Danny mentioned it. You can pretty much replicate any scene that you want, right? If there's an idea that they have, they can make it happen, regardless of how complex or bizarre it is. But a lot of times these movies, you can't do that. It's like, how can we actually have this scene made in the manner that we want? And they get so creative. Like in the 84, like Nightmare on Elm Street, you have this blood splatter scene, and even now it looks so amazing just 40 years later, and just knowing how they did it is just cool as hell. And the fact that it still holds up 40 years later, awesome.
Practical effects all the way through. Real quick, shout out to my boy Juan. He's actually the one that got me into collecting. He's actually
is that the guy you're referring to?
Yeah, he's the one that because of him, I'm forever like, that's why I'm selling my kidneys if anybody's available. Hit me off. No, I'm kidding. No, he is definitely he's the one that got me into everything, showed me the way to everything, the gateway, man. That's the gateway, man, right there.
And he costed
awesome, dude.
Yeah, he costed you a lot of money though.
He gave me a lot of happiness though.
Yeah, that's so true. That's more than money.
That's more than money. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Can't buy that. I guess you can.
Joey, can I say one more thing real quick?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you guys want to see some like funny like VFX with horrific elements? Go look up on YouTube if stormtroopers were accurate.
Oh my god!
You guys may have seen that video, but go check it out.
Okay.
It's basically if stormtroopers, because like they miss every shot, this is them hitting every shot they take, and people just getting like destroyed by stormtroopers. You should go watch it. It's pretty funny. It's not that great. It's not great. Like, it's nothing to write home about in VFX, but it's still like pretty funny to watch.
Okay. SpongeBob SquarePants is saying it's good to be here. Love the discussion. I have Art the Clown, but Sam. I have Art the Clown, but Sam is badass. Yes, he is. So we got one more here for you guys. This is the last one. So hopefully you guys like this one as well. Here we go. There we go. So we have these two right here. These might be easy ones. I don't know, easy decisions for you guys, but we have. I'm gonna have to look up the name again because I forgot it.
Leatherface and Jason.
The pretty woman Leatherface though.
Yeah.
And Jason. And this is the part 3, Jason. You got to be more specific, Austin.
Yeah, Austin. What the hell, bro?
Yeah, come on, Austin. Got him.
Yeah.
My bad, guy.
Got him.
Got him.
But also, what the hell, Sideshow? Because it doesn't even say that on the little photo down there. It just says Friday the 13th.
Wow, Sideshow.
Yeah.
Well, so the first one doesn't even have
Jabronis.
Jason in it. Second
It
one,
does.
not really. First one's about Pamela.
I mean, yeah, but it has Jason at the end.
Yeah, that doesn't count. Then we have second one where we have Sackhead Jason. Then
That's true.
third one.
That's why we love you, brother. All right.
All right. So you know what? While you're saying something, Austin, which one? It looks like Austin, you have one already picked in your head, but I do have in the chat. You guys can pick as well, so we can have some analytics about this.
Yeah, this one's pretty easy for me.
Yeah.
It's that all day.
All day.
All day.
Okay.
There's all elements that I like about the Texas Chainsaw series.
Mhm.
I do think there's a lot of bad movies, but like not bad in a good way that Friday the 13th movies have. I do think the remake in the beginning for Texas Chainsaw Massacre is truly amazing. Like those two movies that's the epitome for Texas Chainsaw for me.
You said the remake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2001 and 3.
Now I don't
I've
know.
seen those
right?
movies. I don't know when it was. I just know I've
It's
seen the movies.
2003 for the remake, and then the beginning came out in 2006.
That's what it is.
That remake was good. Was actually I thought was pretty.
I
good
thought it
too.
was good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's
So
the deal,
good.
yeah.
But yeah, Jason, I mean, he's yeah. That's
Now, I don't know if this is for anybody else in here, but for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that's a big deal kind of here in Texas. And you kind of get a little bit more scared because it was around like this area over here, like where I kind of live a little bit, I believe it is. And we'd play this like at our lake house and stuff, and we'd be in the woods. Like this thing, this thing terrified me because like we would see like an old house or something like that. That's where he lives, and I thought, bro, like in 2003 we were watching this movie as well. I was a little kid and I still remember it, and I'm gonna choose this, even though that I don't think that one was in. It was the pretty face in the remakes.
no.
It
Kind
wasn't
of.
right.
Had a spin on it.
Okay,
It was
yeah.
instead of like a girl, it was a guy.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, I think I remembered that it wasn't. I watched the older ones recently, and I remember seeing this one, but I really the remakes really got me as a kid. But yeah, so let's see. Let's do Steve. Steve, which one would you pick? I know you're not a horror fan, but if you had to pick one.
Whoa. Who said I
What?
wasn't a horror fan, dude?
I thought you said that.
Wow, Joey.
Okay, I'm
Man,
sorry.
First you're going at Austin, now you're coming for my neck, bro. Who's next?
I don't know.
Zio or
TMZ.
Spotchka? Who's
I
next?
think Zio. I'll go Zio next.
TMZ or what?
This is
TMZ
a-
or
this is
what?
a-
What's happening here?
Yeah, this is a this or that Joey roast session right now going on.
Look, Gabriel's even saying the boogeyman of Texas.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
I can
trying to
see why
search-
that'd be scary.
Yeah.
I would go with that, Jason.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Although I do like that movie, that Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I haven't
Yeah,
seen. I mean, I
yeah.
saw that movie a long time ago, but yeah, I like the remake.
Mhm,
That's
me
in the
too.
barn, right?
Yeah, I believe
That's like
so.
in the barn, and then yeah.
The beginnings
Part
are
of
always
it's like,
scary.
or is it like just a really old house? Kind of vaguely remember, but I remember I
Mhm.
liked the movie. Yeah,
I
it's like
think
the
they
old
ran
wooden
to the bar.
Oh yeah,
to
that's
the
the one
barn,
with
yeah.
when they're in the house with like the deli, like the beef hooks.
Yeah, the hooks.
Oh yeah, dude. Yep. Yeah, that one. We picked some
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
I
Oh
remember
yeah,
that.
that was that one. Yep. Yep.
All right. So Daniel, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Joey. I do got to ask before I answer. Around Halloween time, is that like a big thing? Do you see a lot of Leatherfaces around there or no?
I don't think so. I think we see more Jasons, honestly.
It's disappointing, bro. You're in
Yeah,
Texas.
no. You feel the vibe.
See more Jasons.
If you're watching
Like fuck Leatherface.
if you're watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and you're in Texas, you kind of feel the vibes of it as well. It really does feel like Texas in the movies. It probably is in Texas, but you in the country out here, it just really feels like it.
Thank you for the warning, brother. I'm expecting
I don't know if we're gonna go in the country. Oh well, we might. Yeah, we're going.
There you go.
Yeah,
it'll be spooky season anyway. But I'm gonna go with this. I'm agree with you, man. Leatherface, in my opinion, outside of Michael Myers, like, I mean, if you're really arguing here, more so than Michael Myers, like if you were in the situation in the area, right, that would be the most terrifying slasher to be chased by. A big country dude with a chainsaw that is wearing someone's face, a hockey mask, yeah, whatever. A white William Shatner mask, yeah, get out of here, dude. Someone's face with a chainsaw, I'm out, bro. Like it scared me as a kid. In the remake, y'all are right on it.
They would tell us that this dude was real. Like they would, they would tell us that he was real.
The intro to the remake is literally a mockumentary style of, if y'all remember, the sheriff walking into the Hewitt family house, and it went on YouTube. This was 2006, right? So I think this is the beginning with Jordana Brewster, and on YouTube, 2006 was in its like early prime, right? Like anything that was put on YouTube was like, if it was scary, people thought it was real. So the intro to this movie played, and I saw it as a kid, and I thought it was real, and I was like, "Oh my god, bro! Like what the hell?" And
that soundtrack to it too,
dude. Right? You have Motor Grade
video looks so real
at the end of the movie, dude. Like I am the one, dude, and I hope with next month's Saws coming out, I hope that they stick to it and not have a 21 Savage song at the end of it. Give me a rock song at the end of it. I am a sucker for. Or Linkin Park, yeah. Like, give me a sucker. I'm a sucker for horror movies that have heavy metal or rock songs at the end of it, because you're already feeling an adrenaline by the time you leave the theater. So when you exit out of it with a heavy rock song, I don't know, just boost your adrenaline. Anyway, the last Leatherface movie though was trash. Give this man a decent movie. Literally, he has like 2 or 3 decent films out of like 9 movies that have been released.
I feel like they can make a really good one. I really do.
Yeah, and Jason, this is going to be controversial, and Austin might hate me for this one, but my favorite Jason movie is the 2009 remake. I think that one. Oh, you like it too? Yeah.
It blows my mind that hate it got at that point. I think it's a pretty perfect Friday the 13th movie.
This and the remake for Texas Chainsaw, I think those are the best horror remakes that came out of the early 2000s. Because they were genuinely scary. Like
that one's tough because Hills Have Eyes is
yeah.
Do you guys like Jeepers Creepers?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a tough one.
I know where you're going with this one.
That movie was kind of freaky though.
Hey,
it's a tough one for 2 regards. Sequels are so bad. Second one's good in this like.
I just mean like the original, like the first one that dropped.
With Justin Long?
I don't know. It's like the new. It's not necessarily newer, but I don't know. It's just creepy.
It's good, but it's tainted.
Oh, okay. All right. Word.
It is.
We won't get into it, but
all right. Do you guys watch Halloween movies like around Halloween? So do you pick like, I'm gonna watch
every single night?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Every single night.
I watch Hubie Halloween on Netflix. Underrated comedy movie, Hubie Halloween.
I actually enjoyed it for what it was.
Hubie Halloween is funny. We've watched it the last 2 years on Halloween now. I think yeah, because it came out a couple years ago. Funny movie, Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Shameless plug.
They greenlit a sequel for it too.
Yep. Oh my gosh! Wow. Yes.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's funny, dude. Man. Just mindless comedy, Adam Sandler movies. Very funny.
Zio. Which one are you picking?
Well, somebody from Texas,
Yeah.
Man, like it was like traveling, going to San Antonio, going to Austin, like just going anywhere. I always thought, like, man, if this dude came out with a freaking chainsaw, like, how am I gonna get away from this guy, right? Like that feeling was real.
It was.
That's why everybody open carries in Texas.
Yeah.
That's
legitimately. You ask anybody in Texas,
all the cowboys around there.
Because if somebody comes out with a chainsaw, you're gonna be ready.
I'm telling you, it's crazy.
It was something that it was kind of cool though. Like you also kind of looked for it though. I'm not gonna lie. You're on a road trip looking at creepy houses, and you're like, is he gonna be there? Is he gonna be there? Obviously, he's not gonna be there. He's gonna, like it's something that there's a thrill to certain things. I'm not gonna lie. Like sometimes you kind of would be cool to like like it's terrible to think about. But
Joey, I gotta say though, brother, the first dead armadillo, and hitchhiker that we see on the road, I'm out, bro.
Oh, yeah. That is such a cool movie too, Hitchhiker. But I personally, aesthetically wise, though, I would go with that for my, because I'm not a big heart collector. Yeah, I like the simplicity of Jason's design. Like I could see him just sitting on my desk around Halloween time. Leatherface, he is totally terrifying, but I just like, everybody has their own, like, what pleases their eye, and for me, Jason, as simple as it is, he would just look dope on the desk, just chilling there with his little axe there, yeah, it'd be cool. But so for me, that I got to go with that. Although I'm from Texas, it's terrifying to think about this dude. Like, I mean, he could still come in right now through the door, and it would be insane. It's 2023. It's like updated Leatherface, but it is that for me.
Yeah. Okay. See what you mean. Yeah, that Jason does look very, very iconic as well.
On that comment, Zio, I mean, we've seen updated Leatherface last year. All he does is chainsaw people that try to cancel them. So I think you're safe, bro.
That one was tough. That was a tough watch. The only redeeming thing is just the bus scene.
The ending's pretty good too, dude. I like the ending to that one.
I gotta watch.
The ending was also very frustrating. Jesus.
Yeah, so we got pretty Leatherface going for this, and then that got 14%, and that is 85%. So a lot of people are picking Jason, because Jason is kind of more iconic, I think, than Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But over here, it would be Texas Chainsaw Massacre is more iconic. But so that ends it for this or that this week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. That one was really fun, actually. I loved that one. We had a lot of talk for it. But we got 2 more things to talk about, and the next one might be quick because it's a figure that nobody really... It hasn't been on a lot of people's radar, but we're going right here with the 1/4 Golden Iron Man. So as an Iron Man fan, it's a big... Oh, wait. I already ended the thing, but I wanted to actually go through a few chats. Actually, I forgot that. Let's see. Yeah, so we started here. So he's a boogeyman of Texas. Yeah, spitting facts. Yes, sir. He said, Chris is saying got him. Nick's also saying he cosplayed as Jason for Freddy v Jason for a couple years, and he may retire it now. So I didn't know that.
That was a pretty good cosplay. I saw that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Nice. That's cool.
Mike is saying, are they? I know Mondo has done some prints and a board game, but figures they haven't heard. I don't know who he's probably talking to somebody in the chat, I think, if he is. Let's see. When the chainsaw's buzzing, we're running.
Yeah, man, you gotta run.
Leatherface over Jason, Michael Myers, all overall. Okay, I see. Art the Clown coming in hot. Yes, agreed. Cholo is what Mike is saying. Remake Jason is the best. They actually made him scary. In the originals, he slowly turned into a joke.
And he's massive.
Yeah.
Jesus. And they explain a lot of his skills.
Mm-hmm.
In that movie.
Just the 20-minute intro alone to the 2009 Friday the 13th movie is one of the scariest like intros to a film ever, especially at the end where he's just running and chucks and axes. Dude, like,
I still think that was a short movie.
Yeah.
Or a short film. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Perfection.
I believe that greenlit that movie. I feel like they filmed that and they're like, here's what we can do.
I actually wish they would have expanded upon that.
Yeah. 100%.
SpongeBob SquareBalls is saying it would be interesting to pit Leatherface against Ash from Evil Dead. I was, Myra put on the new Evil Dead, I think it is, and I was like asleep before she had came over. I was asleep, and that movie was on, and bro, like I woke up and I was like, what the heck is going on in here? Like, what is this? Bro, I was like, this is crazy.
Am I still dreaming? Or
I know, right? Anyone wonder how they can never outrun these slashers? Yeah, that's true.
Time, baby.
Yeah, trip over nothing. Mike is saying, I'd buy this Iron Man in a heartbeat if I could find it at retail, which I can't, obviously. Yeah, I know. This thing, I think this one's actually limited to, I think what I heard 300. Yeah, I heard this one was limited 300. Is this going to be a cop for me though? As a big Iron Man fan, and I'm trying to get all the Hall of Armors and everything, I'm going to say that this is not a cop for me. But if I did have like that extra money to just spend on this would be a cop. But for right now, it's not a cop for me. But Steve, is this a cop for you?
No.
Okay.
Isn't this Hong Kong only? And how many did they make again? Was it 300?
Oh yeah. So here, Big Bretta said that it is 300 pieces. So he said this will be available only in China for now. Okay, so I did not know that. So
yeah, it's like you're not gonna be able to find it over here anyways.
Oh, okay. So now I see what Mike was saying. So he can't find it. Yeah. Okay, I see what you mean now.
300, and I think this one. I think they said they're going to be including like serial numbers and a numbered, like it's going to be numbered and have a serial number.
Holy crap.
they have like a clear casing. I don't know if that's part of the box.
I saw that. Yeah.
Casing. Yeah. And it was numbered 0, something out of 300. So that looked awesome.
Yeah, it's right here. There it is.
Yeah, I thought they said. Did anybody else hear is that a serial number? No, wait, I don't know. I thought they said something about a serial number, and I was like, I don't know what that is, but maybe they just meant like it's going to be a numbered.
I didn't even notice that this was there was.
Is that corporate 2024 release date?
Now that's dope. The fact that these are actually numbered.
They put it right on the case. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So
you can actually display it. Yeah,
and that also helps buyers for any kind of resale or that secondary value for it. You know, because if you have 1 or 300 or a particular number that someone fancies for whatever reason, that not only just makes it better for whatever reason, but it also helps in kind of resale too, if that's what that person's into.
It's kind of crazy that they're deciding to only do this, you know, in China, unless they maybe expand it to the US, because I could see people wanting this.
Bro, you know what? I'm switching my answer. Even though I can't get it, this is a cop for me. This is a cop for me now. So
what makes you change your mind, Joey?
Just because I did not, that number, like Hot Toys does not really
this is what we've been talking about, guys. This limited stuff pushes people to get to want figures, and you just made Joey change his answer.
Doesn't it not kind of make it more fun though?
It does. It makes it more fun.
More limited.
Yeah. Chase figures and now you can think about, maybe I can get this. Sorry, go ahead, Carlos.
Okay. Sorry, real quick. I just wanted to know if they did this for Hot Toys Joker, would it be insane if they sold it for 700 and it would still sell? Right?
I think it would still sell.
It would still sell.
Like if they you know what I mean? Like I know they're gonna make more money selling more, but like they would definitely up the price on that Joker. Yeah, like it would have been insane. So
I think people are gonna buy limited stuff from Hot Toys no matter really what the price is.
So like, and you know what? It could still be a thing, right? They haven't done a updated one. Have they done a one? They did a big one, right? What was the biggest one they did? The Heath Ledger one.
Quarter scale.
Quarter scale.
So they could still do it.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they will. Yeah. But man, it's just a beautiful piece too. It really it is beautiful. It's just that quarter scale is huge and things like that. But now that I see that you are getting a lot of value once you purchase this, once this thing is sold out, it's going to go for so much money just because of that number, like we said. But we have Steve saying drop. I'll say cop if I could. Daniel, what would you think?
Yeah, man. I mean, maybe the reason it's limited to Hong Kong just because that's Iron Man's huge in Hong Kong. That's like I think the number one primarily sold hot toy figure that gets sold the most over there. That being said, it's a drop for me. I like the Mark III and I like the fact that they have the number on it, but I'm not for one a giant fan of just simply like repainting an armor, you know. Like for me it would have been cooler to do this with like a like a battle damage look to it, because at the end of the movie in Iron Man he gets pretty messed up. So if you were gonna go out of your way to do a quarter scale Mark III to give it a little bit more of that exclusivity, I would have, I don't know, swapped out gauntlet pieces, give him an extra hand, give him a nice updated quarter scale Tony Stark head sculpt, because there's a lot of quarter scale Tony Stark. So just give the collectors a little bit more options, you know, for posing. But I don't know, drop for me.
Okay. Austin, what do you think?
Pretty easy drop for me. Cop for Mike.
Cop for Mike. I'd buy it. There he goes. There he's saying it right now. I'm a sucker for random shit. Me too, man. Me too.
Hell yeah, me too. Look at, I have so much stuff in this collection.
Zio, would this be if you could get it, of course.
If I could get this figure, I'm not the biggest Iron Man fan. I mean, I was always Team Captain America, but
hell yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, so,
that dude was so selfish.
Go,
well, I need to do.
Let's go, Team Cap all day.
No. Team Cap 1-4 Captain America. Let's make it happen.
Let's go, dude.
If he was solid gold, like I'm talking about, like because I see some not like
24 karat in there.
Yeah, like if
half
we
a
had
pound of gold
resources,
Iron Man.
No, like because I see some copper in there, and I don't like the copper and gold. If it was all solid gold, I know it gives it a good vibe, but if it was solid, like one gold color, it would be a cop. But even with the copper, if this figure was free, I wouldn't display it. It just doesn't hit for me. It just for me personally, that's just my taste. And I don't even like gold, but all gold would have been sick for me. The copper just doesn't do it for me. Kind of gives it like a cheap feel when it could have been a full complete gold suit. I mean, this would have been like a sick piece just to have like right next to your desk or
gold.
Just like it really does stand out. But it's gonna be a drop for me.
Okay.
Man, if they keep this exclusive to just 300 and they don't make any more, this thing's gonna be insanely hard to get. Obviously,
imagine this,
but like the aftermarket on this thing, if somebody's selling, it's gonna just be.
I can't
ridiculous.
wait to see what it is.
Yeah, you'll see some eBay sellers. I'm sure.
Probably, I would think like 3K.
Oh my gosh, it's
easily 3 to 5, 3 to 5,
3 to 5. Yeah, especially because it's already a huge figure.
Because how much is this probably going to be? What's a quarter scale figure typically already go for? Like $500-600.
Yeah,
this is an Iron Man, so you're probably looking at what, $700-800? I'm just guessing. I don't know. Usually Iron Man's a little bit more expensive. You guys would probably know a little bit more.
I see
than that,
maybe
but
even 1,000.
And it's limited. Maybe they push this to like maybe they dang.
Yep.
It's gonna be crazy.
Mike says he'd buy this display and display it with the 1-to-1 Infinity Gauntlet. Hey, that is pretty cool too. I always wanted to display kind of like that, kind of for like a statue or something. That'd be cool to have like kind of behind glass. But I did do I know it's not glass, but like plexiglass. But I did do the poll. I ended it just right now for this one. So this is just if you could get this one, a copper drop. So we have drop at 60% and cop at 40%. So people have spoken. It was only 6 votes. But
I guess we got like in the US, we got like the Disney 100 6-scale Iron Man, which was only 300 sideshow lottery too, right?
Yeah.
So like I wonder if like Hot Toys would ever do like also like they just make a limited run of a character, but they do it in different countries, like only available in this select market, and then you got to try to go chase down like all of the different variations per market. I feel like that'd be something fun to do. Really hard, but I feel like that'd be cool to like, I got to get the one from this other country that only dropped exclusively there. Like
they kind of do that with Funko. Yeah, they kind of do some of that with Funko.
Convention and like convention. There's like convention exclusives, but like make something limited like that. I feel like would be cool. Cool piece to have in your collection.
Yeah. So last thing I have for you guys today is actually something that we will be dealing with tomorrow. So let me switch this up. And I do have a couple tips for you guys that are still watching. Big day tomorrow for Hot Toys and Star Wars fans. So I do have a few tips for you guys for tomorrow, just seeing how I saw how today went. So if you are going for this Anakin, I feel like these are very important things. First off, you're going to want to be there a little bit early. You're going to want to be there early. Just make sure you sign in. Like it says, that's the next one. Sign in. Make sure you are signed in, because on my phone, I was not signed in, and my phone was quicker than the desktop. So I was in line with, so I got online on the desktop and I was like 2,500. And then on my phone, I was 1,700. Then when I got down all the way through on my phone, I wasn't signed in on there. I thought I'd be able to sign in. I signed in and it kicked me off and started me all back over again. So I had to wait for the, I had to wait for the, whatever, like I said. But the most important thing you're going to want to do in all of these tips is make sure that you RSVP for this figure now if you haven't already, because without doing the RSVP, you cannot get the figure at all. And a few people found that out the hard way today. I was watching Will's stream, and a few people had to find out, because he was doing like a live reaction, and a few people were saying that they couldn't get it because of that. And it's true. Whenever I clicked it, it said you did not RSVP because I was not signed in. on my phone, so I couldn't get it and I had to wait for the desktop. But is there any other tips you guys want to give anybody that tried it, and maybe some people will know a few more things? I know there's only 20 people in here, but maybe some people don't know and really want to go for this, because I do have a friend that does not collect Hot Toys. He's only got one on pre-order, and he's going for this one as well. So there's going to be a lot of people going after this. What do you guys think? Is there any other things other than these that I've mentioned?
Yeah, just cross your fingers.
Cross your fingers. Definitely. Don't sign in. Be away from your computer so I have a better chance of getting it.
Y'all are probably
about to give all the bad tips.
I think ultimately just be there when the time hits, and it's gonna be luck of the draw in the queue. And this one's gonna be what, 3,000 limited, and they said so for the Joker. If you go on Sideshow, it says 4,000 limited in select markets. So we don't really know how many they actually got of that. You know what I mean? So Anakin's going to be 3,000. It's going to be tougher to get this one than the Joker, but just good luck, everybody.
Good luck.
It's going to be like way more sought out for, because like a lot of people didn't even hop on the Joker because they already had in art, right? Like think about all the people that were like, nah, I'm cool with in art. So there was already that percentage of people not even interested.
And then on top, Hot Toys Jokers.
Yeah. And then on top of that, there is no sculpted hair for Anakin, correct? Or
nope, there's not.
So there's only one option. And a lot of people were like more into the sculpted Joker than they were into the rooted to begin with. So the process for this will definitely be higher. I would say get a couple people that you want to share your account with and see if they can help you out.
No, people that's cheating. Do not do that.
Yeah, I don't think it works. I don't think it works. If you log on to your account on two separate computers, I don't think you get a different queue. It knows that you're already in a queue on your account.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because I had it up on my phone today, and I had it up on a desktop, and the queue bar was moving at the same time on both of them. Like the queue didn't change no matter what, because it if you notice too, when you're in the queue, it says you can click this button down at the bottom. It says notify me when it's my turn, and they'll send you an email. So I don't think it matters how many. If you're logged into your account and you're on multiple things, you're gonna get in just on your account. It doesn't matter what computer.
Well, it looks like I'm gonna be making another Sideshow account. Make another Sideshow account. It's like down here. You can't see it though. But yeah. So anybody got any other things to say about tomorrow? Like, do y'all think I have a poll in the chat actually that I put saying like, how do you think it's going to go tomorrow? Like, how do y'all think? So I put, how will Anakin pre-order go tomorrow? And I have smooth and terrible.
May the force be with you.
It's going to go smooth. It's going to go smooth it's going to go smooth as far as I think you're going to get exactly what you got today, as far as people are waiting in the queue. When they get in, they're not going to really have any problems.
Okay.
I think the queue system actually works really well. I mean, obviously it sucks if you don't get it.
Yeah.
But I think the system in and of itself, with how it worked today, there was literally, I had no issues, and it seems like everybody else didn't really have any issues either, as far as get it, like it not going according to plan once you got in. Unless you're in there later and it sold out when you were in there trying to buy it. Like I'm sure that happened to some people, but overall I feel like the queue system it's better than what the shit show that happened with Stealth Suit Cap.
Yeah, I heard that one's bad.
Like I got Stealth Suit Cap on Sideshow, and I was on the website for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, I think close to 2 hours, and I was just kept looking at it, and I ended up getting it. And that was like limited to 300. Like it could be way worse. Luckily they're not just saying everybody get on the site all at once and try to add it to your cart. So I think the queue system is fine. I personally think it's fine.
Yeah, it was really good. If you went through it today, it was a really good system. And honestly, that was probably the best queue system that I've probably used, honestly. And I went through Funko, I went through PS5, I got those perfectly. And so hopefully it's a lot more.
It took me 5 minutes today with no stress.
Yeah.
I think it's just gonna suck if the only thing that's gonna suck is if you're on tomorrow and you get in the queue and it says like 4,000. If you're 3,500, and I guess if you're above 3,000, I guess, or 3,500, because there's going to be some people that inevitably are probably in the queue that don't end up buying it. That's going to happen. I don't know how many people do that, but I feel like Like
They
that happened
probably
with
see the
Joker.
price.
Like
Yeah.
that happened with Joker. Austin, you didn't buy it. You were in the queue.
Yeah, I'm one
Like
of those
I'm
culprits.
sure there's hundreds of people that did the same thing, but they were in there and they wanted to just see how it went, so they could be ready for tomorrow too.
But now
Like
those
I'm not
people
gonna
are
get the
gonna be there
Joker. I'm gonna
tomorrow.
RSVP to Joker and see how it goes, so I'm familiar with the process.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's gonna be people in the queue that inevitably aren't gonna buy it, but yeah, hopefully everybody who wants it can fall under the 3,000 mark
Bro,
in the queue.
if you're under 2,000, bro, you're probably good.
If you're
hopefully.
under 2,000, I'll say I would say if you're under like 2,500, you're safe.
Yeah. And you got to be fast though if you're up there.
Yeah.
Though. You got to be
Yeah.
really fast. Gabriel's saying today the Joker. I was 15 minutes early. He got 1,400. See, I was in there 20 minutes early. I guess 15.
It doesn't really matter
I was
because
it
there
doesn't
2
matter at
minutes
all,
late.
yeah.
I was there
It's
like
random.
2 minutes late.
it doesn't
It is
matter.
random,
It
yeah.
says it does the
Random.
countdown like, oh, event starts at 9 a.m. Pacific. It does the countdown and then it puts you in and gives you a number.
Yeah.
You know,
At some point, it basically is kind of random selection, but
Yeah.
it's not at the same time because it's a queue. So, but you're randomly selected in the queue, so it's kind
Yeah.
of like a lottery, but it's not. It's smart. I think it's cool.
Are we thinking same price point?
I think a little less.
Yeah, it should be a little less because he doesn't come with as much stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I'll say 500 even or 475. Y'all want to guess?
Ooh,
Y'all want to guess?
that would-
I'm gonna say 475.
I'm gonna say 450.
I like the idea of 475.
Man, if he comes out at 450, I'll be thrilled.
Yeah,
I'm 455, man.
455.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
It's actually one of those figures that I think even if it's above what I'm wanting, it's still just gonna be a no-brainer.
Yeah, I'm buying this no matter what. I don't really. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
whatever the
yeah.
price
There's not
is.
many
Yeah.
figures where I'm like, I absolutely need this almost at all cost.
Mhm.
This is kind of one of those figures for me.
Yeah,
Which is
that's-
surprising because you don't really like rooted figures, you know.
Well, so this is actually kind of the exciting part, and this is one of those reasons why I jumped in the queue today for the Joker.
Mhm.
Is I was like, you know what? It's not the fact like I don't necessarily like dislike rooted figures. I've just never had one in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I've seen a lot of bad pictures. And I know there's
Yeah.
some really good ones, but I just want to see it in hand, in person, and just see what it looks like on my shelf and like the functionability of actually having it in hand,
Mhm.
how to mess with it. So I thought about getting the Joker, but like I said, when I got in the queue, when I got in, I had that one moment of doubt of like, I don't know if I actually want this or I'm just buying it just to buy it. And I was like, you know what? Mature decision. If I'm having this thought right now, let's just exit. But I'm that much more excited about Anakin. The fact that he actually is rooted, it'll be something different. Hopefully, bring some flair, and the fact that I can actually have one of these in hand. So when we have these conversations like going forward,
Mm.
I actually have some like anecdotal evidence from
Yeah.
my
I feel like these are like these two are very iconic just like without even being the IP, without even being the Joker, without even being Anakin. These are two for Hot Toys, very, I guess you could say, historic for Hot Toys because these are the first
heavy hitters.
yeah,
First
these are the
Artisan edition
first-
figures, yeah.
Mhm. And
Yeah.
and this is kind of the biggest hype that I've seen for Hot Toys in a long time.
Great market
So-
strategy.
Yeah, so this is I really like what they're doing here. But what were you gonna say?
Danny, are you gonna try for an Anakin, Danny?
Of course he is.
No, actually, no, I'm good. I'm good with the dark side Anakin. That
You
I've
can
got.
try it. You can try it for me, bro.
Okay,
I'll hit you up with the funds immediately.
I'll pay $10 more.
Start a bidding war.
Uh,
But yeah, like if I didn't have the dark side Anakin, 100%. I'm happy for every collector that is all 3,000 of you that are gonna get it. But
yeah.
I'm excited to see who's next. You know, you guys just touched on the
Yeah.
Artisan line of, this is the beginning. So who is next? Personal predictions. Talking Star Wars, at least. An Obi-Wan would be cool to see.
Mace Windu.
Nice.
I was like, no, I had to think about that.
I had to think about it for a split second. Who else? Han Solo would be kind of cool to see.
Episode 2 Obi-Wan is probably one I'd want the most.
Episode 2 Obi-Wan, yeah, that's a good one.
Or Obi-Wan Padawan with a braid,
I think
with a braided,
Obi-Wan.
like a rooted braid would be cool. It would be really simple for them to do.
I don't think they do it, but a Qui-Gon would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sticking in the world of DC, it'd be cool to see a Batman Returns, maybe like Penguin or a original Batman Nicholson Joker. I don't know if they'll do two
Yeah.
Jokers, Artisan editions.
I'd be curious to see what they're gonna do next.
It
Yeah,
has to be
yeah.
something big, though. It has to be something big.
I bet they'll do
You know
something
that.
Marvel.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, because they did
Tony
DC
Stark.
and Star Wars.
Tony
now
Stark.
they're in Marvel.
Oh, Tony
Thor.
Stark.
Tony Stark.
Thor would be a
Thor
really cool.
would be awesome.
Would be a really
Yeah.
cool one.
I can see Thor.
They could do like a
happening.
legit like
Fantastic.
Viking hair thing with
It would
Yeah.
look so cool, man.
I'm gonna come in and say Doctor Strange though is probably what they're gonna go.
He already looks like he
Oh.
has a wig on, so I guess yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
that'd be
only thing
interesting.
with this Anakin is, I do you think they will do a rooted hair Obi-Wan, since Inar didn't really tackle that with Henry Cavill's Superman because his hair was so short.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think they'd have to do episode 2 Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
I would
And-
love Attack of the Clones Obi-Wan rooted. I think that'd be so cool.
And see, that's the thing for me, that I feel like with my like lineup obsession, I feel like I would have to have a rooted Anakin and a rooted Obi-Wan, and if it's not gonna be, like that's how I would like my display, right?
I'm
Like I would
curious,
like for them
Steve,
to go,
I'm curious if I'm gonna think this way because Joey mentioned this too.
yeah,
Having a rooted hair figure next to like a sculpted one.
It's gonna
Like in my
Yeah.
head right now, I'm thinking, I don't think it's gonna bother me at
Yeah.
all.
I think for Joker, we talked about this in the past too. I think for Joker, it works really well because you're pairing him with a Batman who has a mask on and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like
yeah.
you don't really have to worry about like the Bruce Wayne head sculpt being next to the Joker. It looks really good with somebody who's in an outfit.
Well, yeah, I was
I
saying that too because I have the NR Jokers. So if I have all three of the Jokers together, it would look kind of weird with the other Jokers having rooted, and then I had a sculpted haired one too.
I want to NR. I mean, I guess NR would be cool. Walking Phoenix rooted Joker. That would be cool because he's
That's
that
coming.
would be
That's coming.
If
Dude.
that would be
that's what I would get no matter
That
what.
would be dope.
That's coming. They've already confirmed
they
that
said
that's
that,
going to
yeah.
be, and it might be a 2-pack.
And it's limited as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, I think that one's going to be a little bit more of a premium, like a little bit more limited. That sounded like
I'll buy it. Fuck it.
Have
with
y'all
a
seen the
cool
movies?
diorama.
Have y'all seen the movie Zoolander with
Oh yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what this Anakin's gonna look like. It's gonna look like blue steel because it's so it's gonna look so nice in the collection. It's gonna stand out like that blue
Yeah,
steel.
I was like,
right there.
how would you guys display this? Like, what would you do?
Probably
We're
with
doing
Darth
all
Vader.
of it. I'm
Darth
wondering-
Vader
Talking about
would be
Anakin?
dope.
Yeah.
This particular Anakin, it being rooted, that being the main draw here because we have episode 2 Anakin coming out. If you have dark side Anakin, DS Anakin owners probably not going to part with it. This one you're probably not going to put the robe on, right? So this one would pair probably really well with Obi-Wan and R2.
Mhm.
Or hell, Chancellor Palpatine would be cool from the Clone Wars that's coming. I would say Yoda, Mace Windu, but also Ahsoka. Because we're apparently getting, like I've said before, we're arguably 5 days away now from Ahsoka premiering.
Yeah.
We're reportedly getting a flashback Ahsoka. I forget the actress's name, the young actress who's portraying her, but we're gonna get flashback Ahsoka. And Hot Toys has teased that we're gonna get Ahsoka line, so I can possibly see them doing a flashback Ahsoka, and this would be a perfect figure to put with that Ahsoka.
Yeah.
As a
I
Clone
think
Wars
like
era
that.
live action Ahsoka.
I don't know how I display this. Like, I feel like it'd be cool to display this either by itself, like in its own like centerpiece case, like getting like a smaller case, like kind of how we saw with that quarter scale Iron Man. I feel like having an Anakin in like a display case like that would be cool. Like this is like a kind of a centerpiece figure to me, kind of. But also it'd be cool to like have him like either back to back or posed with like a Darth Vader on the other side of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that'd be
Big
cool.
Yeah,
501st
that would be
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. I think like having him paired next to a Darth Vader for me would be like something that would be pretty cool. Like putting him next to a Kenobi Vader or something like that. I feel like would be
That's so fire.
yeah, like something like that.
So-
I don't know how I would display this because I have light side and dark side Anakin. I don't know, like definitely robes coming off for this.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
I think like this looks
It's a
really good
must.
without the robe.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Real quick to
Interesting.
touch up on what Daniel was saying about the flashback Ahsoka, you could always put. I mean, it would be dope if you could put this head sculpt on that Clone Wars Anakin body and have it with that Ahsoka. That would be pretty cool too.
That'd be cool.
That would be dope. Take some really cool shots with that.
got options.
Perfect for photography, man. There's your photography stuff coming out.
Mhm.
It'd be sick. man.
So just to end off the day, we'll read a few of these comments that came in. So Gabriel, he said don't. That's kind of part of the tips. Don't refresh your browser. Yeah, I was refreshing it. It didn't really do it. It didn't really kick me out or anything. It kept me in that spot.
Yeah, I think it's once it's linked to your account, you're good.
Yeah.
Because you can
If you go-
exit it.
Yeah, you can exit it and go back on, and you're still your spot is safe in the queue. You don't have to do anything.
Mike is saying pray. That should have been one of the ones. Yeah. Brick was saying he got this, or we got this, and then Flippin' Jedi was laughing at that. What is up, the everyday collector? I'm glad to see you here. How are you doing? I've been watching a few of your streams. I do like what you have. I love your streams. They're really good.
He gave me a question for my Q&A on my
YouTube. He did? So. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Austin, I agree. I haven't seen a rooted figure in person that I thought looked good, but we may be entering a new world. So have you seen has he seen the rooted hair Joker? Have you, Mike? Have you seen the rooted in art? Because that one's good. Gabriel said, I need to pair him with my PO Obi-Wan Darth Vader. Yeah, that one looked good. Yeah. I predict Qui-Gon Jinn rooted, so that would be cool too. Rooted Logan sounds good as well. That would be really. They didn't even make a regular Logan, so I don't know.
Great movie. So amazing movie. Loved it. Incredible Logan movie.
Yeah, whatever.
I can see that happening because that's a head sculpt, at least. Hugh Jackman from Logan. That's
cool.
One that gets done so often that I can see them go ahead and doing that.
Easy.
So if you want an old man Logan, like a more Western version of him, is coming out with one.
Yeah,
I pre-ordered that like a few months ago.
Gabriel said a rooted Nick Cage Superman. That would be cool, I guess. You got the rooted chest hairs.
Rooted chest hairs.
But let's see. We got Mike saying you put the rooted Anakin on the dark side Anakin base. Boom. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have that base too. Everybody over here cracking their necks and everything. Everybody getting tired. We got 6-Scale Mafia in here again. What is up, dude? Glad to see you here.
Up,
awesome to see you here. We were just talking about all the stuff we need to prepare for tomorrow because we all know it's going to be a big day. Yeah, it's going to be a big day. Like I was saying in Will's chat earlier as well, that during those times of getting this one, we are not friends, and then whenever it ends, we are friends again because it's every man for himself when that goes on. So I'm glad to see everybody just hyped up. It really is something new. Are you gonna say something, Austin?
Yeah, I know I've said several times in the past, like I'm never upset if I don't get a figure or anything.
Yeah.
Right? Because if I really wanted it, I can just pick it up on the secondary market, and fortunately, it's never an issue for me like that. Yeah. But
will you feel something with this one?
I'm gonna feel something for this.
The force is strong.
I think like I talked about in the past is like if you truly want, like this is a test of how much you truly want a figure and how you should think about other figures too. Like what lengths are you gonna go to get it if it's out? You know what I mean? For me, like I will be getting this figure no matter what. I'm hunting this thing down.
Yeah.
I'm going to get it one way or another. It's gonna happen.
I remember you telling us that, and you did find a few that you saw that were at a good not a good price.
It
but
just
like,
kept climbing.
Yeah,
it just kept climbing over and over, and then there was like, oh yeah, it's going to be estimated this value, and then 2 days later heard back, and it was like 50% more of what it was estimated to be and stuff. It was crazy. Yeah. $700, $800. Yeah.
I mean, hey, if it has to go down to $800 and you didn't get it, would you pay it?
I'm not paying $800.
No. Okay. So you don't really want it. Okay.
I'll trade the Hot Toys rooted Joker for one. Straight up.
Oh man.
I saw a rooted Joker for 1,000 today on eBay. My homie said.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, already. This was gonna go for more. So that's not.
Yeah. This one. How much do you think it would sell? Last question.
Anakin?
Sorry, guys. Yeah, Anakin would sell in the aftermarket.
He's $3K easily. I can see it.
3K? I don't think 3K. I think 1,500.
Dark Side Anakin went for 1,000 for a few years now.
Y'all are saying more than 3K?
No. I'm saying maybe 1,000.
I'm saying up to 3K.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's like the top.
I was thinking about 1,000.
Yeah, I would say that's it's gonna be everybody's gonna be like the hype will die down eventually, but initially, like you already see with the Joker, it's $1,000. Anakin's probably gonna be very similar.
Yeah, as of the end of tomorrow, the next day, it'll probably hit a peak, and then it'll probably drop for a little bit, and just like everything else, it needs some waves.
Yeah, but don't buy it at $1,000.
We're gonna know for certain the next couple of days.
I say 1,200. $1,200.
Yeah. Another thing is those prices won't last if people don't pay them. So don't go on eBay and spend $1,000 on one, because once people see sold listings $1,000, and everybody starts putting that price, and then people start buying them.
Yep.
And it's
I don't know, man. It's I have a feeling. I got a bad feeling about this.
I don't know, because another thing about this is I think there is a little bit more limited appeal to some rooted figures. Like there's a lot of people who had said about this figure, I'm not even interested in rooted. I just want a sculpted one. You know, there's people that really don't have an interest in this. Yeah. I think like we talk about it in the community, and especially on YouTube, like there's a lot of collectors and we're all building up hype because we're all talking about it a lot. But I think there are people that just don't want this because they don't trust the rooted hair. They don't want rooted hair and they just want a sculpted. And I've seen, you know, people saying, oh, this is a great time to pick up sculpted because they're all going for under $400. They used to go for whatever, $450, $500. Now people are selling their sculpted. So yeah, some people are not going to buy this. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Some people will probably even part out. Yeah. So the head sculpt, the updated body, like, I don't know.
It'll be interesting to see what happens. This is gonna and there's gonna be people flipping this thing like trying to flip this like crazy.
This is where the fun begins. Yes. Yep. So that will kind of end it for the stream, guys. And thank you guys for being here this much. It was a really good stream. We had a few awesome people stopping by saying hello. But yeah, like we said, tomorrow's gonna be fun. We're all gonna be talking about it. Maybe I'll go live just out of nowhere tomorrow if I have time to talk about it. If you guys want to hop on with me, that would be cool. Yeah. But let's see. So I'm gonna go down and see what you guys have going on your channel. First off, I'm gonna start with Steve. Steve, what do you have coming up? Because I know you didn't have the collector tour this Monday, but are you?
So I didn't do collector tour this past Monday. I am gonna do it. I'm waiting confirmation from a guest, so I'll probably reveal that later. That's like in a couple. I guess that's in a few days here. So probably by the weekend, I'll put that. I usually put it up on Instagram, Facebook, like crossover. Who the guest is going to be, just waiting confirmation there. And then next Friday, I'm doing. Oh my gosh, because we are like less than a week away from Ahsoka. So next Friday, I'm doing a new show, a limited series on my channel for the first season of Ahsoka called After Ahsoka. Mike Litteris is actually going to be on the show with me. He's the one that actually we were talking about, just like YouTube ideas, and he gave me the idea of like, hey, would you have you considered doing an Ahsoka show to talk about the show and maybe talk about like some figures for that? So I'm going to be on with him, and then Graham from Jedi Knights Watch is also going to be joining. Mike has seen all of Clone Wars and Rebels. Graham has kind of dabbled in some of it, so I wanted to get both different, like some different perspectives as far as people seeing Ahsoka. Perspectives of people who have seen it, or who have seen like the animated stuff and what their perspective is, and then getting somebody else who's kind of dabbled in it or knows a little bit about it, who hasn't seen it, so we can kind of cover kind of the spectrum of people and what I think like it'll be good to get the differing opinions of the show from those perspectives. So that'll be episode 1, Friday. I forget exactly what time it is. I think it's gonna be at 8:30. 8:15, maybe 8:15 or 8:30 or 8. I don't know. I forget exactly what time I put on my thing, but I'll update that again. But yeah, so that's what's coming up. It's gonna be busy, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Really excited for Ahsoka.
It's gonna be fun.
Really excited. Yeah,
I can't wait to watch this.
Hope to see you guys there. Hope to see you guys tuning in.
For sure.
Yeah. Daniel, what do you have coming up? I know you got kind of the same thing, kind of not a little bit different though.
I was gonna do Ahsoka reactions, but I have no idea how to get that footage.
I try to do reactions too, bro. It's
I have no, and plus copyright strikes is a big deal too. So I might avoid that, but I might hop on with Steve and talk about it a little bit, or do some live streams talking about the show, because that is a big series coming out. I argue probably would be the best Star Wars show that gets dropped, but we'll see. Like we've said the last several weeks, spooky season's coming up. I've officially decided what the first video is going to be is a retrospective review of the first few Saw movies. Might cover in the Spiral and Jigsaw and whatnot, but I want to take a look back at retrospective of those films because there's a new Saw movie coming out. Then we'll do Halloween, and then Trick or Treat, and a bunch of other. Let Austin pick some of these horror movies that we talk about coming up. The Batman's supposed to be dropping soon. I'm currently on a figure break, but if that does drop, I might make that a birthday gift to myself. So that's coming out. Other than that, Copper Drop Thursdays with you guys.
Yes.
I'm doing that. More
actually
coming, but
Can you show, because there's 16 people now in here, 16 of y'all. Just if you're just watching this stuff, like I know, like me, I like listening, but if you actually are just listening, pick up your phone right now. Can we see those shoes that you actually made?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see those real quick. Yeah, because those, you guys got to see this. This is crazy. So I should have asked them to have them, but I just thought about it. Now,
so I don't know if Brick is still here. So
Yeah.
this will be the first time Brick has seen the second shoe so far. So here's the first.
Look at this crap, guys. Look at this. Not crap, but look at this.
This is
Oh, insane. Hold on. Let me. I don't know why I'm. Let me single you out, bro.
Give him that. There you
Look
go.
at that, bro.
So hey, Danny, can you do me a favor too?
Mhm.
When you can, you need to do just like an overview of them, which I'm sure you will.
Mm-hmm.
For one, you need to put it on your channel,
Yes.
but put it on your channel so then I can show it off on my page for you.
Mm-hmm. I will do that too.
To get some possible
Look at
customs
that.
in there or commissions for you.
I would
Bro.
love to make the whole community some.
I'm telling y'all, if y'all are just listening, pick up your phone right now and look at this, man. This is
You got
crazy.
Dino Spidey right there too.
Yeah.
The Easter eggs, right? Like in there is awesome,
It's
man.
crazy.
Dang.
But yeah,
Went
love it.
perfect.
It does.
I need my evolution
see
of
that.
Obi-Wan shoes.
Those are
man.
both of them.
Pair it up
Crazy,
together.
guys. And like y'all don't know how hard that is to do on a shoe too. So if you guys want to follow good old Spotchka on Instagram, he'll probably upload a few things. You know what you should do? Yeah, he will. You need to get one of they're actually, if you come and you don't have one, I have an extra one, rotating base, and you can actually just set your phone there and and have them rotate so you don't have to do anything. Really.
I'll tell you what, dude, because I can do these in relatively quick time. If I pick up a pair while I'm there, I can make you a pair while we're all hanging out, just chilling.
If you want to, if you want to.
We'll film it for you.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Be like, oh, Daniel's over there doing his thing.
Dude, one of the coolest things, real quick, you could do
Yeah.
with those shoes is like, if you wanted to do like a really cool reel, is like hang them with a fish wire and have them spinning, and they would look fantastic. It would just look.
You need to get with Z.
fantastic.
You need to get with Zio because he got that lighting, bro.
Oh yeah.
No, it's just the idea of having that
Mhm.
shoe spinning. I've seen people do it, and then they just put a backdrop, and it looks fantastic, man.
Looks sick.
And that, oh yes. And
There you go.
with
I
your
need to make more,
work,
man.
with your work, it's gonna stand out even more because of the color, right? It pops out more if
Oh,
you
yeah.
use that backdrop. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Y'all hit me up. I want to make some more. So
Yeah.
I got
So if anybody wants any shoes like that, bro, follow good old Spots. Go hit them up.
Gotcha.
They're fire. Austin, what you got coming up? I know you just released the Q&A. I watched that one. Oops, I didn't even put up your stuff. Sorry, Daniel. I forgot at the bottom. Okay.
Just put his stuff up over mine.
Just
Oh,
leave
yeah.
just leave mine up the whole time, Joey. It's fine.
So what you got, Austin?
For Instagram, I have a lot.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a forever new figure in this
Mhm.
place. Have a pretty big backlog and then have quite a bit coming in. So there's gonna be something new on Instagram every single day
Okay.
for me. Typically the same format as I always do. YouTube, there's a few different ideas I have out that I'm currently trying to work through. So don't want to promise anything yet. And it's a mixture of movie reviews and then figure reviews. So, and then some vlogs. I'll be doing a weekly vlog.
Okay. I would love to see that.
And then obviously, me, Joey, and Danny, we're
Yeah.
all getting together next month,
Yeah.
Oh.
Steve will be there in spirit.
of course.
y'all get ready for the best vlog collector
Hell
collab of all time. All right.
Because it's
You guys can FaceTime me and then have me a part of the video, okay?
Yeah, we'll have
Oh,
you
yeah.
on we'll have you on the seat on the FaceTime on
Yeah,
the,
you can
on
put
the
me on
road.
FaceTime and I'll just sit there on my phone.
Yeah, so once again, I'll quickly explain it. So Danny's flying to my house,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna hang out here. He's gonna see the collection, so he's probably gonna film a tour, and I'll get his reaction on camera. And then
Mhm.
I'll be driving with Danny to go see Joey a few hours away. So Danny and I, we're gonna vlog our trip, and we'll probably do a Q&A in the car, film some stops, just general car talk and
Yeah.
just general chit chat. And then once we get to Joey's, it's gonna be the same thing. I'll probably get a tour of his room. Danny will probably do the same. Joey will probably get a reaction from us.
Yeah.
Then we're traveling to San Antonio
Yeah.
there. So we'll probably do in like a Q&A in the car with all of us, or some general chit chats, and then.
And also, reverse Zio is in Houston, and I told him he should come by and say hello.
I'm definitely gonna make my way out there and be able to link up with y'all if y'all allow me to come by. For sure.
I'm putting together a league.
Bro, this is gonna be insane right here. Yeah. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be nice.
So Zio or Carlos, what do you have coming up on your channel?
Just a bunch of like little promo reels, like promoting, like not promoting, but just showcasing the figures. I'm working on a Jared Leto tuxedo Joker. I started filming it yesterday, and then tonight obviously the stream, and then I'll probably edit it tomorrow, so that'll probably go up on the weekend. I do have a YouTube channel. I haven't gone up there as much anymore because, you know, one of the weirdest things to do with Instagram and YouTube is shooting vertically and horizontally, you know, like that. So that's always tough. So I wish it was all one format because it'd be easier to upload on everything. So right now, everything on my YouTube is going up on Reels mostly, but I'm hoping to pick up some vlogs here and there. I just need to get some stuff, maybe some quick unboxings and stuff like that is normally what I try to do while I still build up my profile. But yeah, definitely if you get a chance, check out my Instagram. That's where I put most of my work. So
his work's good too.
Yes,
amazing work.
I appreciate that. That's huge props right there. So,
and I feel you on that, the vertical and horizontal, because I have to film. That's why it takes me so long to film stuff, because I am filming two things at once. I'm filming horizontally and I'm filming vertically. So it's very annoying. I know what that feels like.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. I will say though, real quick, there is an attachment I just saw for Sony. You put it on your camera, and it's a small rig attachment, and you can actually turn the camera from like horizontal to vertically. Pretty good. I'll send you a link.
All right.
Does that work on Fujifilm cameras too?
Hell no.
I don't know.
It's a small rig.
It's a small rig kit.
They probably make them for Fuji as well.
Yeah.
Also,
I'll send you a link too, so you can see.
An update on my end. I just got a new phone.
Hey.
So for some better quality stuff.
You go.
He had an iPhone 5 before.
Yeah, honestly.
No, he didn't. Seriously?
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay, look, it's like a 6, but no, it's just an older phone, and so I just got a iPhone.
He still had the button. That's what we will say.
Okay, stop. But anyway, got the iPhone 14 Pro Max, so hopefully be doing some like neat stuff with that, and then I'll have some new equipment here soon too.
It's gonna be crispy.
It is. Let's see. Some people are saying Juan saying are the name. Oh yeah, he was asking. Yeah, he was wondering who to follow, so have him down there. If you guys get lost and pass through New Jersey, hit me up. Hey, when we go to New York Comic-Con, we can see Mike there. That would be so cool, bro. There's so many things that we can do in New York. It's crazy.
Look, me and Rachel, we travel quite a bit, so 100% I'll be out that way.
I will. Me and May will too. Me and Myra. But yeah, guys. So on my channel, I just uploaded like my Maju case video. That one was pretty fun to make. I made that pretty quick actually. But it took a lot of preparing. Tomorrow, I don't know if I'll have anything to come out because I haven't been filming anything. But I think I released the like re-unboxing on Monday instead this time. Copper drop next week, of course. Special guest. I have one. You guys are gonna want to come back next week. We have a good special guest. We actually have a special guest for 2 weeks too. Another good one as well. So you guys are gonna want to tune in. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the like and subscribe button for everybody else on the panel as well. Hit the bell notification, whatever you guys want to do, because these are awesome live streams. We have fun, just chilling and everything. But that's about it, guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the live. It was really fun seeing all the names coming through. But anyways, guys, we will see y'all later. It has been Collector Joey and everybody else, friends. See y'all later. Peace.